So, I've got a confession to make. Then again, it's not that much of a confession. I oftentimes log in and chop logs off stream, just so that we don't have to spend 25 minutes chopping logs. But I logged in and realised that yesterday I finished the stream in town. Now, usually that would mean that I don't play, but I'd got myself in the mindset that I was going to and just get some stuff done, which meant that I had to drive home off stream. I was so scared of dying that I wore the helmet all the way home and all the way back while driving the van. I'm not in prison, Mazak. That's fine. Everything's fine. We're starting pretty much where we finished off, but I was so scared of dying off stream that I actually... Guess what though? Didn't die. Back where we finished yesterday. Fucking hell. Martin, Sothan, Scotty, Mazak, Kelly, Satan. Welcome to the stream, everybody. 12, how are we? I always enjoy that you can hear the raspiness in your voice after a game. It's not that bad, actually. It was a strange game. I don't know. It was a bit slow. I don't know. But still. Apparently, I can't help myself from screaming and shouting. Welcome to the stream, everybody. How are we all? Stop getting off on Stubbler's raspy voice. Yeah, leave that for Razor getting off on yours, sir, then. Also, I don't think I've ever seen you so riled up before. Your conversation with Trim was different. Which conversation with Trim, sir, then? What? When was that? You can't see anything on that TV, Martin. Either way, welcome to the stream. You were both talking about bumming us. And what, in Discord? Whereabouts? I'm scrolling back in Discord. I can't see what we were discussing. Was this last night or something? Anyway, today, however, we start... I went to all cat. I can't remember when that was, so was that today or yesterday or what? You're going to have to give me a bit more information. I don't think I've ever had an argument with Trim at all. Not even a rude word. Well, plenty of rude words, but yeah. Yeah, today then, we start, because yesterday it unravelled a bit and I did things all out of order, but in between streams, I have chopped logs, been home and filled the Keelue. Now, with a bit of luck, Sothan is in and we can sell him the Keelue, we can get a fat payout, we can go to the shop, we can pick up the postal order, it maybe suck some shit for even more money, then go home and put all the new bits on the car, hopefully with enough left to afford the windscreen replacement from Alkarion. Then we're well on the way to maybe being able to qualify for one of the rallies. I don't know. We'll see. He was trying to make a joke, and I'm glad to see everyone found it as hilarious as I thought it would be. Oh, he was joking about me in a raspy argument with Trim, and that's why my voice is like that. Trim, bumming. I've never seen any of those two paired together. That's how he was conceived. Yeah, subscribe to his OnlyFans. Trim's OnlyFans is onlyfans.com/Gwynblade2015. Yeah, there you go. Me and Scotty made the same joke. Feel free to take it that way. So, then, it was a hilarious joke. So, I stand here now in the same place we logged off with exactly the same amount of money, but one day later. Yeah, I actually might, Scotty, for the sake of your account. Remove the link to a porn site. Did I just delete the wrong thing? I think I just deleted Sothan's message. It clicked. I misclicked and it's Sothan's. Leave me alone. We don't need fucking moderators in this place. Alright, so I am here now. I have $224. It is 4 p.m.
Kayla.
Boy, today sure is hilarious. Haha. Jakey, welcome to the stream. Sothan's been banned already. You can still speak, Sothan, it's fine. Let's take this kill you to Sothan if he's in. Hopefully he's in, because my entire afternoon hinges on him being in. The to-do list is currently kill you to Sothan, empty the shit trucks. I have to pay Razor to empty the shit truck. Then I have to suck shit to pick up the postal order. Looks sick. That's the second person in the Doomhaus to post porn to your live Twitch chat. Have you done it as well, Mazak? Link. Cheeky, how are we? Good afternoon. Crisis did it once. Remember that cheeky Crisis posted, he made a joke about Pornhub and actually put a .com on the joke, and it actually hyperlinked straight to the website. So I went to delete the post and accidentally deleted Crisis for 5 minutes. I properly timed him out and I didn't know how to fix it. Oh, it was a gif of that. Well, I forgot about that, yeah. Right, Sothan, please be in. What time is it? If Sothan's in, then the rest of our afternoon goes swimmingly. Sothan, my man. Alright, things are going to go smooth. Okay, I've got a few jobs to do. Yeah, Mazak's first ever message in the Doomhaus Discord, apparently, which he discovered only this week, was him posting a picture of a big willy. And it's been downhill ever since, frankly, Mazak. Alright, Sothan, my man, you are about to save my life. God bless Sothan and his t-shirt tan line without ever wearing a shirt. Imagine what shirt he wears, though. Maybe his shirt is so disgusting and controversial that he takes it off before the stream starts because it would break terms of service. It was a really huge willy. Yeah, that was a big willy. The one that Scott is referring to. It was beautiful. I was saying this the other day, if it wasn't 2021 Doomhaus and it was any of the before or after, I would have probably left that up because it was funny. But everything was chaos back then. Mindrake, welcome to the stream. Where did he get a picture of a big willy? I don't know, he must have googled it or something. Sothan, how do you like this? Should have given you one first. Probably Randy from Trailer Park Boys, he never wears one. Does he have a tan line? Yeah, you're right, Sothan. Right, have the rest. Mind right, I've had no money since yesterday, so they need filling. I almost took them out at home, because I played a little bit off stream. I almost took them out at home, but then I realised they might as well stay in the van. And I just top them up whenever I'm there. That, for the most part, would fix a lot of emergency situations. Okay, I must have paid for that one. Yeah, 2040 exact. Sothan is a pleasure. How's that? And I have some money. I can now afford to get the shit truck emptied. What time is it? I need to make sure I pick up my postal order before the shop shuts. He eats a lot of cheeseburgers. Why can't we as bros just compliment each other's cocks? I know, right? Not brothers, right? I'm hoping. Cat's good afternoon. It seems weird to say good afternoon to somebody I've been speaking to all afternoon. Right, next job. Empty the shit truck. Let's go see our friend Razor, shall we? Hopefully he's still open at this time. Surely Razor doesn't shut at 5. Does he actually shut?
What the hell of it?
Have I missed him by like a minute? Idiot. What, is that something from Reddit? Is that where Cat's getting things from Reddit and reposting it? Never. Alright, the shit truck's full, which means I can't make any money now. What I can do is at least pick up the postal order. So let's do that. Brew the kill you next to Sothan, it'll be like a deer and piss conveyor belt. Nah, we need to be, because if we brew it next to Sothan, then he'll just He'll realise that we're not necessary in the transaction. Are these jerry cans full? I've got a bit of money to play with. The diesel one, no. And the petrol one, yes. Okay, so let's fill the diesel one. I'll pick up the postal order. You can fill the bucket up with this shower, yeah? There's quite a few places that we could do the Keeley operation, but I think having it at home is the best because that's where you can check it most often. Keaton, welcome to the stream. Somebody had a nice time at the footy. I don't know, it wasn't that good a game. I mean, we came away from it with 3 points, so I can't complain. And the trouble is, Kitten, is my voice is worse when I've had a worse time. But yeah, I don't know, it was a strange one. It was like we came away from Ellen Road yesterday, and the whole place was kind of mooted. I don't know why. It's like we won 3 points, and like we got exactly what we went for. But it felt like we'd dropped points, I don't know. It reminds me of all the times I got chewed out for not citing particular Reddit posts in my fucking joke bibliography or something. On what? In where, Sothan? In the Doomhaus. Good morning. I've returned with some actual money. I'd like to pay for my postal order, please. I'd also like a box of macaroni. Oh, it's nice having money. There's something else I needed. Oh, 2 things I needed. I needed charcoal and some coolant from you, friend. You said we're fishermen. I'm so tempted to say I didn't ask, but that's a beautiful story. That's a coincidence. I haven't seen it a while back on... Oh, you saw it a while back on YouTube. Thank you, man. I don't watch the game, I only know the score. Yeah, I mean... I don't know, it was weird. As I say, we got the points we wanted. Did I pay for that? Let me just make sure I did. What do English people call midday anyway? There's just noon, but afternoon starts at 2. Noon is midday. Like, that one's objective. But I think the afternoon, it goes until about... It depends who you ask. Right, I'm done now. I've got everything I wanted. I was in to make sure I'd paid, which I have. Lovely. Right, what did I get from the postal order? It's Christmas morning. That was my point. It don't sound as bad as it could. Oh, was it? Oh, I got the... Okay, so I got the marker left and marker right. I thought these were fogs. There might still be fogs. You sound even more like Keith Lemon. Your final word yesterday helped. What was your final word, Keaton? Sorry, early... Oh, look at that. Early in the season, but do you see yourself coming back up anytime soon? The football's great. We've had most clean sheets in the league. Oh, new headers as well. We've got the best attack in the league. We got absolutely fucked by our previous regime when it came to loans. Like, unprecedented level of stupid loans, and we've basically lost our entire squad, but the 49ers have done an excellent task of replacing it, but it's just taking a bit of time to get bedded in. Leicester, however, have won every fucking game, or it feels like it. Towns was a bit meh about it as well, so I figured it was a shit game, but at least we won. Yeah, weird. I think we're used to winning with beautiful football, and now we're winning with good football, and we're not quite sure what to make of it. Still feels good though. Afternoon goes until 6 PM, then it's evening. I remember when Stubble would poll the chat for what we wanted to eat for breakfast. I would pick someone at random, and it was always milk. Alright, I've got the postal order. We could go home, and then we'll put the new bits on the car. Because Alcarion's closed now, so if we go home... Keely's done. I still need to empty the shit truck, but I picked up the postal order and coolant. Yeah, let's go and we'll put the new bits on the car. Is that a 2-stroke can you left by the door? It is, just in case I'm there with the mini bike, mind right, that's on purpose. In case I need to be here with the mini bike for whatever reason and it's after the shop shut. Marker lights are blinkers. That's what I thought as well, but I'm not quite sure. I've never heard them be called that. But they don't look it. I thought it was fog lights. But they wouldn't be called markers, would they? I don't know. Maybe the holes at the front aren't for fog lights. Maybe they're for... Oh, when did the Datsun Cherry come out? Is it a late 70s car? I don't know if fog lights were a thing, or maybe even indicators were. Oh, danger crate. Ugh. I thought Leicester were being shit at the moment. I've not had any alerts from Google lately. No, Leicester. Well, they got relegated, Satan, in summer, or before summer. As did we in Southampton. And Southampton have been shocking. Leicester have pretty much won every game, and we're sort of somewhere in the middle. 6th. It's a case of playing differently than we used to, or just getting used to. I mean, the thing about the golden era of recent times, so let's say his name, I'm sure it's boring everybody, but the football was beautiful even when we lost. Whereas now, we can win in a more sort of industrious fashion. So you kind of walk out even with, like, I don't know. I really like Farker though, I must admit. I very, very much like him. I like the way he's dealing, handling everything, and I'm extremely happy to have him. But yeah, it's a bit more of a pragmatic style, so sometimes you come away with 3 points, but you weren't as entertained. That makes sense. Yeah, we think of the last season, and yeah, Razor, welcome to the stream. I actually forgot to go back and say hello to Razor. Imagine. Football last night, Razor. That's why the stream was cut short by 1 hour, but today it will be full length. Marbles at normal time. I hereby promise. Southampton aren't really a Premier League club. I would disagree. I don't think Leicester are a Premier League club. Like, I think the rule is when the Premier League clubs are the clubs that were in it when you were like 12. So for me, Southampton definitely. Who else? Who else that aren't that should be? Forest, oh they are now. Sunderland should be. Coventry, Sheff Wednesday, all of them. They're Premier League clubs. Yeah, exactly same. Coventry were in the Premier League for like 30 years, weren't they? But never threatened to go up, never came down, and then they went down and just... Blackburn, definitely, Martin, yeah. All these ginormous clubs in the Championship. Press 1 for an extra hour. You're not getting an extra hour out of me. Bolton too, yeah. Definitely. And as much as they absolutely deserve to be there now, it still feels strange to see Fulham and Brighton especially, but Brentford and teams like that actually up there, which I'm sure they'll all admit. We'll be lucky if we get Stubbler's voice for a single out here, let alone 4. I'm raiding tonight, and I didn't get a chance to shower today, because I got up early and everything was going well until I ended up getting a bit behind. And then by the time I knew it, the stream was creeping, so I've not had a shower and I'm sat here. I know. I usually have one at like noon as well, so usually I'm sat here like perfectly showered. Don't worry, they can't smell you over Discord. I mean, I've had a shower in the last sort of 27 hours or something, so I'm already more clean than 90% of WoW Raiders. Dougie, welcome to the stream. How are we? Good morning, everybody. Yeah, but having a shower and then sitting down at the PC for a raid all clean and feeling like that's true. I mean, I don't usually do it, but I do it for the stream. But I suppose if I can squeeze one in. Reading? We're in Reading to a degree, yeah. The trouble is, Scott, is I've spent fucking 15 years in the Championship with Reading. Then again, I was with Leicester as well. How many of you can say you saw Harry Kane in the flesh when he was fucking 16? Maybe some Leicester fan pops up now. What 6 teams have a chance? 6 teams have a chance to promote in England. Yeah, the top 2 and then the 4 underneath going to a player. What's progress goals for today? I saw your list yesterday but forgot. So today, Dougie, I'm just driving home to put some pieces on the car. And then I want to earn up enough money to get the windscreen fixed. I'm just going to keep making money and spending it all on the car now until it's ready for the rally. Red Eye, welcome to the stream as well. Need to bring in a fly for the real cam. Bring in a what, sorry? Same concept, true. Yeah, they're in contention, yeah. Do you poo before stream? I don't poo, Martin. I find it uncivilised. What do you think the midstream break's for? Midstream break, both of you. He does it and sits in it during the stream. I couldn't poo in my midstream break time. It isn't enjoyable. Yeah, exactly. I'm actually very thirsty in game, I just realised. Let's get on. The Bundesliga, we have one relegation playoff. You have relegation playoffs. The stress. True?
You know why we like girls with raspy voices. We assume they are all done yelling for today.
You did well to find a joke based on that, Santa. I'm proud of you. Santa, welcome to the stream. Blows my mind that people actually just sit there for 30 minutes or something. What, we're going to the toilet? I'm one of them. I think being able to lock the door and then just sit there for a bit, I like it. It's like a biological excuse for a bit of you time. I like a long poo. Have some philosophical thought in between reading the small print on the bleach bottle. Exactly. Also, I think my poos got extended when any particular jobs that I didn't like. So I can mercifully say I've only worked jobs I don't like very briefly. Still, a nice excuse to go and just do nothing for a bit. Wait, if you're going home, doesn't the train come from the other side? Or I haven't memorised which direction the trains come from, Razor, I'll be honest. I just look both ways, or sometimes one way, I'll forget altogether. I'm legit like a fucking cat when it comes to going to the loo. I go do my business. Wait a second, I'll just go and drink. I know a certain person's joined the chat without even seeing it, based entirely on the emotes in my peripheral vision. Would I be right in saying my love has arrived? Well, let me drink really quick. Let's not dive for the cause. That would be foolish. Grace Man, welcome to my stream. I was going to say there. Red Razor saying my weekend. Grace Man, welcome to the stream. How are we? All right, I'm not dead. Let me go back out so you can all carry on dancing. I'm legit like a fucking cat when it comes to the loo. I go in, do my business, wash my hands, and get the fuck out of there. I fucked up yesterday. I was at a garage the whole day. Got home and thought Forza releases at midnight. So I took a 2-hour nap, started to play when the game unlocked, stopped at 6 AM. And I have to leave to the garage again in an hour. Good work, Chief. But you was preparing yourself for an afternoon of cars. Alright, I'm assuming these headers, like, if I have to get the car renewed, probably using the muffler is a bad idea, right? A racing muffler. I'm going to assume that's not stock and would probably fail its registration, or MOT or whatever. Hang on, where's the other? Oh, it's there. I see it. Okay, that was confusing. I was going to have a barbecue tonight as well, but the fucking weather's turned. Alright, where am I? I'm missing stuff up. I'm missing stuff. That brings up the obvious question. Do you take a precautional shit before the stream? I do not, actually. Do you know, touch wood, I've never once needed one. But don't forget, I have like an insanely detailed to-do list every morning, so things are quite regimented, which always helps. welcome to my summer stream. Mazak, welcome to the stream. Not Mazak, welcome to the stream, sorry. Go 420, welcome to the stream, that's what I was going to say. Mazak, hello as well, I suppose. I'm definitely a long pooer. 95% of the time is doom scrolling social media. Chris, man, my love, I am well. It's good to see you. And how are you, my dear? Why don't you have to take a shit in game? I think you do, cats. If you think about it, the saving mechanic is you sitting down for a shit. That's meant to be the shitting mechanic, I think. Yeah, exactly like Kitten says. I just pooed 30 seconds and done. No, savour it, treat yourself. 6-4, welcome to the stream as well. Late in for work calls, have I missed much? Nah, I just drove home and explained how I was so nervous playing off stream that I drove the van with the helmet on. Right, I'm going to treat you all to a barbecue when the weather gets better. Let's get rid of this actually. Press 1 for a barbecue inside. Razor said that, and I'm ignoring it. You have to renew it, Martin. I got a letter that you need to renew your inspection every couple of days. That's how long I've survived. This afternoon I will be mostly making HTML tables. That sounds like Jesse's diet, so that's sure. This afternoon I will be mostly making... A good routine really is the way to life. It is. We don't have housework really in this house because I've micromanaged a to-do list in the morning to the point where I just AFK and listen to podcasts and it all gets done automatically because I've been doing it for 7 or 8 years or something. Maybe the car with no windscreen. Maybe take the car with no windscreen out in the rain. I mean, the windscreen can't get wet if there isn't a windscreen. My brain is racing today since I got up early. My giant Harley Quinn from the second Suicide Squad movie comes in today to match the giant Joker statue. Shit. Also, Sonic Frontiers is 100... Do you know I watched you play a bit of it, Chris, man? It doesn't look too bad, actually. The movement looks quite good. It looks like it flows. Look at that, my poor car. I'll carry on smash my windscreen. Going for renewal is how I died the second time. Maybe that'll happen to you. Let's hope that happens to me. Alright, the weather's changed. Let's have a barbecue. I'm actually running low on food, so I'm going to cook some fish. Getting to that point takes about that long too. At least if you enjoy it. If you're anything like me, you end up adding more and more over time, so it keeps shifting. What, to the to-do list? Mine's like really micromanaged. Like I piss at specific times and stuff. It's unnecessary, but because of my back, we've got stairs, right? So it's important for me to make sure that if I go upstairs, everything that needs doing up there gets done in one go, including the toilet, the bathroom, everything has to, like, because it means I don't have to keep doing the stairs. Not specific times, Mazak, but I just remember to make sure I do certain things when I'm up there and when I'm down, because it's a pain in the ass to go up and down stairs if I don't need to. I burn out on it too, so I end up stopping for a while. Stubbler has a touch of autism, pass it on. No, I've just got mobility issues and worked around it. But it's nice to be organised, I must admit. I do get a bit obsessive with this stuff, but I'm massively benefiting from it, and so is she. So more power to it. Also, I might have a touch of it, who knows. Sorry, I think I'm backed up. Oh yeah, sorry, I think I missed it. How giant is giant, Chris, man? As giant as you Willie. Alright, genuine question about autism. Is it a spectrum in the sense that the entirety of humanity is on it? But most of us are in the first 1%, nowhere near 100. Or is it a spectrum where people are on it, but people have it or they don't, and those that do have a wide variety? Does that make sense? I have the cancel button ready. I'm genuinely interested. My ADHD doesn't allow for lists. Well, that was part of it for me. It was to combat that kind of behaviour, but nothing diagnosed. Don't point out another man's tism riz. Tism riz. I hope statues aren't that big as Chris Ben's Willie. Right. So I just wake up one random 4am and blitz the whole flat in one manic rage. Oh, you're speaking Zoomer, I see. You have it. Oh, so it's a. So you have it, and then the symptoms are a spectrum. Is that more a way to say it, Martin? Yeah, because part of me was thinking there whether it's like whether it's a range thing, and and most of us are outside of the range, but once you're in it, even then the range is really big. But yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's something you have or don't. So everyone has tendencies, but not everyone has a diagnosis, is a simpler way to put it. Oh, so that's the opposite, right? Imagine a Venn diagram, but with 15-ish circles, like Power Rangers, and they all combat. Oh. Kind of defined by whether you have the symptoms or not. But I guess that's more about diagnosis than it is about the nature of the... I don't know what word to call it. What would you call? It's not a condition? I'm trying to be sensitive about this, but I'm not actually quite sure. Kinda. I've looked into getting the diagnosis for it myself before. Given my age, it's a lot more difficult and expensive. Plus, given the state of the NHS, it might not be worth the aggro. Oh, I'm sure, Scott. Yeah, I was just interested in how it. Yeah, you know what I mean. Almost as big as my willy, so it's 28 inches, Chris, man. Christ, what's 28 inches? It's like that big, isn't it? It's like the size of your torso or something. I wanted to get tested for ADD, ADHD, bipolar, and if I'm on the spectrum. Would that be an expensive thing to do over there, Chris? You can't be on the spectrum by just, let's say, being depressed. But if you have ADHD, OCD, anxiety, and depression, one would diagnose... Oh, right. Like you say, the Venn diagram thing. If a lot of other conditions combine, that's usually a signifier. Is that what you mean? Getting actually really annoyed that you break away from your daily habits can be indicative of ADHD, autism, OCD, and loads of shit. But that's kind of normal for a lot of people, yeah. Do it. It's not like that. It's not like that over here. It may be expensive, but if you don't have the insurance to cover it. Oh, it may be expensive if you don't have the insurance to cover it. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to know about, or to at least explain behaviours you're not sure of, right? More information, the better. And then maybe there's a path to an easier existence. I can't get diagnosed with ADHD. Ha ha ha, losers getting proper health care. Wait, why can't you, 12? Does it not exist in Italy? I thought about testing for ADHD, but they wanted $400 for the test alone, let alone the medications that could follow up on a positive result. Woof. Conditions are infinity stones. Autism is the gauntlet. That's how they taught me in medical school. The conditions are the infinity... I know just enough about Marvel to get that. That's oddly brilliant analogy. If true. 600 bar for the ADHD test. Oh, so you can't even get it on the NHS? They can teach you management practices and stuff if you don't want the drugs for it. If you do want them, they can give you access to the right ones. Pretty much that, and you can find management. Yeah, as Kid says. I did, Dougie, yeah. I've got a fish cage thing. I very rarely use it, but I've started using it instead of buying food. Recently, cats, I had 6. I could barely fit them on the grill. I feel like I'm shouting today. I'm not shouting. The thing that made me think about it was that I had the speech... Who's this man? The thing that made me think about it was that I had speech difficulties, which are typical of it when I was a kid. It's $1,000. Completely unmedicated if you don't count my recreational activities. Pretty up there. You know, like hurting my voice. You can get it on the NHS if you want to wait a minimum of 20. Oh, I see. So it's a big case of waiting. In order to test for ADHD as an adult, you have to have a medical history. A history done differently in Europe and the US, so I can't have a history as the EU consider. Oh, so you were a man without a history. Very much like your country. Bipolar ADHD and ADD runs in my family, so I wouldn't be surprised if I have one, if not all conditions. Anyone in here that really knows me, that knows I'm not fucking normal by any means. No, you're more beautiful than the rest of us. But manage it with creating habits that benefit my life more than using something my brain can work with. Yeah. That's fair stuff, I suppose. Gwendolyn, welcome to the stream. Making somebody with ADHD wait 22 months is a lovely irony. Yeah, it is. The divine lethal humour. Oh, divine level humour. Chris, man, I can't stop shouting. I don't think I'm shouting. I'm sure I'm not any more or less loud than normal, but my head, when my voice is this croaky, it goes really deep, and it's really loud in my head. My guess, when your GP thinks you're fucked up enough that you should be diagnosed, you also get it covered, if that's not already somewhat of a diagnosis. I guess when your GP thinks you're fucked up enough that you should be diagnosed, you also get it covered, I guess. Just a case of a wait list here. Towns has been on one for 2 years. You get asked if you're autistic sometimes. Plus, I like a place based on rules, hence my job. And that's the thing, right? I think that's why I asked the initial question. Is because there's a lot of the what are known as the famous symptoms, the things we can all recognise, but it's the level in which we recognise them, right? I had 3 ADHD tested when I was younger, all inconclusive, but showed tendencies. Now, after losing a job and shit because of the symptoms, I'm waiting to get an official diagnosis. Can you use those things as leverage in the diagnosis process? Surely. I got that sickness too, seeing an ENT Monday about it. That sickness? What? COVID. I'm circumcised. Everyone else is sharing medical details. I don't want to be left out. Circumcised, high five. Everyone is sharing medical details. That's all right. Yeah. Nicest girl I ever dated called me artistic in the argument we had after we broke up. It's a weird stick to beat somebody with. Right, I'm not going to throw them through the window because everybody said it's not very FCI, and you know what, you're right. So that's food now for 4 days. Like, this is worth doing. Did a cognitive... did CBT for insomnia and got referred from my therapist because when I asked what's the worst thing you feel right now, I said boredom. And after not sleeping for 2 days, being in recovery from hospital, she seemed to think it was worth investigating. Boredom's a weird one. Boredom's a weird one, right? Because I think a lot of things manifest in boredom. Like a lack of focus can manifest in boredom, or depression can manifest in boredom, or... do you know what I mean? And that, like, it can be a symptom of a million things. Disassociating, etc. I'm uncut thanks to my death. But Christmas, I suppose opposites attract, right? It is, Mazak, yeah. When you're not bored, you can't imagine how anybody ever could be, but when you are bored, it's awful. Especially in a world now where... But I think we're kind of not helping our attention spans on that front, are we? Like all of us, even those that have got nothing to worry about too much. Like, for some reason, we can drown ourselves in entertainment to the point where we're bored. Which is strange. Americans and their habit to cut off willy bits, that's unusual. It is a bit, really. Do you know, I've always considered it that's strange that, like... It's maybe going to be a controversial thing to say, but the whole debate around genital mutilation, which is absolutely disgusting in the terms of things that we call it, mutilating genitals for the sake of culture or religion or all of the abhorrent things that it gets done for. Yet for some reason, circumcision by default is a thing that comfortably exists and we don't even consider it. Have you thought the same, Chris, man? Oh no, you're talking to kids, alright. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's different. I fully understand it's different. But cultural circumcision is a strange thing. What do you mean it's shaky ground, Gwynblade? Sorry, what I've said, or what? I'll rephrase it. So, stop putting the letters HS in things. It all goes to shit. NHS, HS2. We joke, but the NHS is the proudest thing. It just needs work. The NHS might be fucked with. Imagine how bad it would be in the UK. Invested in its citizens. Instead, it would be hell on earth. That's why I stay in overload. Can't get bored if you can't even hear yourself. True. I'm literally never bored. I have narcolepsy, so I need constant stimulation. Fun fact, circumcision is popular in the US to stop boys from masturbating, and it's a relatively recent thing, sub 200 years. Damn Puritans. I know what you mean, I just mean genital mutilation is very different. It is, Gwynblade. That's what I've tried. That's why I tried to very, very carefully preface it. That's where all that came from. Filthy Nessie, welcome to the stream. I can evidently throw coffee down your throat. Electricity bill, yeah. Circumcision is popular. Is that what it was from? Getting your turtleneck taken off is slightly different. It's all done for medical reasons. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's why I went in saying that the idea of... Yeah. Sorry, Shay, welcome to the stream. British Home Stores, rest in peace. The American motivation is cleanliness argument or something. Okay, that. Yeah, there you go, look, Martin. Wait till you find out it was the same guy. They made cereal for that same reason. What, the Kellogg's guy, yeah. I think it's due to the fact circumcision is sometimes actually more helpful than harmful. Yes. Yeah. No, I fully understand the reasons why it's done, but, like, it just feels so strange to have that as, like, the cultural norm. You know what I mean? It is weird. And I know it's only in one country. Like, that's not actually... Like, I've been circumcised, but it was for a specific reason. Like a family reason. But I just find it so strange that it's become a like national norm. It just needed it and it wasn't a better proof. No, it's true, Cats. It is true. Like, as I say, I think a lot of people across the political spectrum in this country are fiercely proud of our system. But that isn't to say that it's perfect. Is that an easier way of putting it? It's not currently popular to stop masturbation, but that was the initial idea. It was actually introduced by the creator of Kellogg's. Yeah, there you go. No one's putting scissors near my PP. PP. Right, I'm wondering about not doing anything. Let me just get the playthrough back on. I've got the pike in, right? I need to go take the fish cage back, and then I think I might take the car for inspection. Because if I could get the car for inspection now, then I can also do some shit sucking. And we can kill two birds with one stone. Now it's more just... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Sothan. That's what I was getting towards. A thing that everybody does.
Today on Doomhaus, inspection on MSC, autism and circumcision.
Yes, Siddles. Of course, we will. Alright, Siddles needs his firewood, so that's the job we can do on an evening. What do you mean, is that a missing person? Yeah, but have you seen foreskins? Fucking awful. True. Is that a fine for speeding, looking like the cheapest flyer from a dollar store? No, it's the renewal thing for my car's inspection kit. Removing the most sensitive part of a boy's willy should be normal. Well, I never... It's strange, isn't it? I was kind of mind blown when I found out that that's just a cultural norm. Uncircumcised willies receive better head. This is going to sound crass, but I have pretty much exclusively had people pleasantly surprised in a coitus situation to find out that they don't have to deal with the uncircumcised form. Does that make sense? They might have just been being nice to me because it's 1 inch long. Do you think Kellogg stuck cornflakes under his hood and couldn't get them out, so had to have it chopped off, then came up with an idea for everyone else to get it done? He stuck cornflakes under his hood. Yes, I think whatever, Scotty. Yes, absolutely. Circumcised ones get more because less muck. Yeah, there you go. Undoubtedly cleaner. Swings and roundabouts, I suppose, yeah. Just pull it back before you whip it out. What, just pretend? But what about the build-up? I fail to understand. Please try to get demonetised harder. We've already had Scotty post literal porn in the channel. Yeah, okay, Danny D. I think we need to reorganise this place instead of orange and green, yeah. I spread that cheese on my toast in the mornings.
Voi saatana!
Right, we put the world to rights. Max Fosh was wrong when he said they was the first to make cheese from a YouTuber. I'm sure they all have great willy cheese. Not the US one. They're clean. I've not even got my chewy ready. Where's my fucking chewy? Oh. Today's just gone to shit. I'm surprised I haven't died in game yet today. I've been that distracted. Alright, we've got home. I think now we have to brave taking the... No, because I've got no fucking windscreen. I was going to go get the car inspected. I've got no fucking windscreen or enough money to do it. Well, we're going to talk about your fridge. Right. I need to get the windscreen fixed before the inspection, don't I? I completely forgot. I could put the new headers on. But I don't know if the headers get damaged, actually. If you know the answer to that, please don't tell us. Let's go to town. I need to suck poo. Razor, we're on our way. I'm worried about them sausages going off. I could do to buy some when we're in town. I know the answer to that. Press 1 if you know the answer to that. I think a lot of people in Twitch chats... I didn't even fucking realise yesterday. I thought it was just a funny pun based on the seats in the back of the car. I was like, oh yeah, that's called a stream. Back seat, boys, because it sounds like... Oh. But it meant the title was Back Seat Boys, ! Which basically said, come here and help me. I completely missed that. And as a result, we did actually get quite a few people that needed checking, didn't we? Almost like an invitation, yeah. Fucking idiot. For those that don't know the UK, most boys get circumcised on their first day at Cubs. This really be picking strawberries to a... Yeah, I was just thinking, emptying the shit truck takes more than 700 marks, doesn't it? I think it's like 1,500 or something. So maybe I need to go and take these logs to Siddles before we do anything. Fucking hell, why does everything cost so much bleeding money in this game? I could take it to Siddles. Hey, I could take the cat to Siddles. I tell you what we might do. We'll take the cat to... we'll take logs to Siddles, right? Let's do it this way. Take the logs to Siddles. Take the logs to Siddles. Drop them off, get $5,000. Come home, pick the car up, drive the car to Alcarion. Alcarion will then charge me a stupid amount of money to replace the windscreen. When the windscreen's replaced... Sorry, once the car's dropped off to get the windscreen replaced... we'll take the Ferndale to town, and with the excess money from the logs, I can afford to empty the shit truck, and then we've got the Ferndale and the helmet, which I will be wearing at all times in the Ferndale. Is that a plan? For the wood kitten, I get 3,200 marks, I think. For the strawberries, I get 50, and it takes about 20 minutes. It's not worth it. We're already an hour in, and I have no idea what we've accomplished. I just, I made sure to sort my food situation out for free, because I've not got a great deal of money, so, and then drove home. You have to empty it right now. No, not yet, Cats, no. Yeah, doing the strawberry pickings garbage. It's not worth the time. Scotty, have you ever done the hay bales for trim? Do you know how much that pays? I actually don't care. Ooh, now you've said that though. I've not done the hay bales before. I tried. I got one there, and he said we want all of them, so it didn't feel worth it.
My brother had a backdoor circumcision. They said it was a total rip-off.
What's the biggest drawback in the jungle of life in the jungle? An elephant's foreskin. Sorry, yeah, I've never done the hay bales before. But while I'm out with the tractor, I actually want to science something. The wrecked cars. I was saying this yesterday, wasn't I? I actually think there's a purpose for them. We've hypothesised in the past whether or not the purpose of those things is to be taken somewhere, like recovered, because you can tow them. I don't know where. My lead theory is Alcarion's, because he's already got a bunch of junk around his house. I know of the location of one. They sort of spawn in different places on the map, but I only know where one of them is at the moment. Might as well give it a bit. Tow them for scrap. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, either it's one of the places on the main road, or it's Alcarion's, because again, he has a lot of junk outside his shop. I don't know. In the US, circumcision is nearly universal. Hospital marketing departments really pushed its popularity for the added billing item. Oh, of course. On the bright side, men get 20% off personal hygiene products too. Why? What? As like a blanket rule, or they're just on average 20% cheaper? Because if it's the latter, I think that's pretty easy to understand. Yeah? We pay for it in our shampoo being gendered. I really like it when like them kind of products are gendered. Like you get the men's ones are always called stuff like Energize Extreme, or they're called stuff like Awaken Turbo and that stuff. Hospital marketing department is very Orwellian. Yeah. The real question is, what are the Americans doing with all these spare foreskins? You saw Lady Gaga's outfit at the Grammys, right, shit? 20% less penis. The trouble is though, when you're washing your willy, is the more you wash it, the more there is to wash. You know what fucks me off? The price for 4 men moisturiser. What a bunch of bollocks. Yeah, moisturisers are just strange, but I get that there are trends in flavours and stuff that differ between the sexes, but make it black so it's manly. I love how simplistic it is. Degree deodorant only for cool boys, no girls allowed. It's like Axe, right? It's called Axe for fucking hell's sake. And in our country, it's not called Axe, it's called Lynx, because it's a cool hunter predator. They have to charge you $40 for the mother-to-child skin-to-skin contact. They charge you 40. Do they really? What, in the hospitals? You get paid to hold your baby when it's born. That's not true, sure. You have to pay so. I mean, the lynx is a cool predator in this country, Razor, where there's literally nothing bigger than a hedgehog that is aggressive. The lynx is pretty apex. The modern Old Spice. They're just cheaper generally. It's referred to as the pink tax because women pay more. But is that not just explained by the fact that women take better care of their personal hygiene and stuff, so the demand is higher, therefore you can charge more and get away with it? Can turn you into Terry Crews. So I think if you tried to raise the prices too high on men's stuff, they'd just give up and just not buy it. Dude giving birth to an American giving birth in an American hospital. This is bad. Cousin, just get off the road. I've not got time for you today. It's called axe because you have to axe yourself why somebody would wear such god-awful smell. They do charge you for skin-to-skin contact. The lynx would beat a fox. Probably. You pay for every little thing. Have you encountered a goose? Oh. Have you encountered a goose? Do you know what, Shake? That's my favourite question I've ever been asked on stream. No, it's fine, it's fine. Badgers can get quite angry when agitated. They can actually. Badgers. That's why sometimes they pit badgers against like pit bulls or whatever. And to make it fair, I'm talking about illegal stuff that should be banned, and is banned. But to make it fair, they remove the badger's claws and teeth to make it so the pit bull has a chance of winning. Badgers are nasty.
Cats.
Tags like welcome to the stream. I apologise for you having to get ads to watch this rubbish where we're mostly talking about willies. Does that mean what my wife is a Badger's 64? A Badger's 64? Tags like welcome to the stream for the sub. Sabbath, welcome to the stream as well. How are we? Good morning. Tampons, pads are considered a luxury item, so they tax that higher. Oh, yeah, branching out. I don't know. I was talking mostly about like shampoo, for example, and that kind of thing. What the fuck am I doing here? What's happening? I'm trapped inside the tractor. Thank you, Siddles. Tax like how are we? Yeah, very highbrow conversation. Yeah. Isn't the pink tax really passed on when the man pays for all the nights out in town? I'm sure it's as simplistic as that, yeah. Alright, Siddles has really paid us there, that was good. Lovely. Right, let's take the tractor back. Yeah, I don't know of any wrecks that might be around here. My throat's killing me. No, he's fine, Sutton. I don't know if I've already answered that. I have one soap that I use for everything, yeah. I just think it's that we're not as easy to sell that shit to. They charge for the delivery, they charge for the labs, surgical supplies, medical supplies, nursery for the child, medication, hospital bed for the mother. Sorry, I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at cousin stranded at the side of the road. Just pay for skin-to-skin contact. That's crazy. You can keep me 10% tax, fuck it. Or whatever it is that goes to the NHS. Trapped in a tractor. I got some speed up. I think I mentioned this before, but because of medical complications, my sister's childbirth was over $1 million. So how does that get paid for? Is it insurance? The man sounds like the most dated language I can think of these days. The man, yeah. And not in a conspiracy sense either. Must start playing this game again. Usually get to the car build, get bored and leave it. It took me 200 hours just to get the car built to 6.4. You're doing faster than I was at least. The skin-to-skin contact thing is wild. It's like paid DLC for your pregnancy. But that's such a straight, like... How do you look a young mother, or a new mother in the eye and say, nah, we're keeping it, because she didn't pay us. So, you're not allowed to touch it. Get a shit on, nerd. You should have put your hand in your pocket. I'm keeping your baby over here for a bit. The Childbirth Super Deluxe Edition. Childbirth Prime. Oh man, my voice is so loud in my head. You can go to payment plan if the insurance brought it down significantly, but she was nearly not able to get insurance. She'd recently moved to a new job and, it hadn't kicked in, and then there was a... Crikey. Being confused at making people pay or have them suffer is the least American/Tory thing I've heard in a while. Forgive me for being who I am. Am I going to miss Alcarians? No, should be fine, as long as I make it fast enough in the tractor. I love having conversations like this while the absolutely deafening tractor noise is going on in the background, and I can't hear my own head. I can't hear my voice because it's so loud in my own head. Insurance company profits are capped now, so at this point... Sorry. I don't want to get blindsided by the train. Razor, you've made me concerned now that it comes from the same direction every time and I don't know it. So at this point, the insurance companies are buying the hospitals so they can decide how much they want to pay and keep the profits on both sides. Christ. It does have it very much has the feeling of an empire coming to its final days, all this discussion that we have about this stuff. It was someone with Cobra that bent and broke a lot of rules to force her way onto the insurance plan, to their insurance plan. What's Cobra sub then? If that person hadn't done that, my family would have 100% gone bankrupt, even after negotiating the price down. Someone with Cobra that bent and broke a lot of rules to force her way onto their insurance plan. So it's a temporary insurance thing, okay. Oh, I see. Maybe lobbyism is bullshit. Hot take, I know. Every country has its own pitfalls with health coverage. It absolutely does, Red Eye, it does. But a lot of us are kind of flabbergasted that it doesn't mean that there aren't varying degrees of severity. Siddles, welcome to the stream. Not here, the NHS is a faultless process. That's the thing about the NHS, like it lets us down a lot and it's kind of flawed, but I don't think there's a system that I'd swap it for. I know there's probably a Northern European country that has it worked out better, but I'm very rarely jealous of any other health care setup, but it does need a lot of work. Can't we all just say taxation is theft and be done with it? That would make this conversation a lot simpler. The trouble is, it's not true. I definitely wouldn't go back to the American system happily. It's easier and cheaper to get hold of an automatic weapon than it is health insurance. In the US, just don't get sick. And if you do, remember dying is cheaper. It's not free, but it's cheaper. Currently having to ride. Frontline staff is great. Management, possibly the worst in the world. It's probably not best to challenge that, but I get what you mean, yeah. It's one of them situations where if we was to look into if that's true, we'd end up losing our minds. Digging through corrupt countries all over the world. But yes, absolutely needs a lot of work. Currently having to ride uninsured because I can't afford it. It's a panic attack waiting to happen. Even dying can run over 10 grand easily. My grandfather's funeral was around 12. Mind said literally is the reason why it's like pulling teeth to get me to go see a GP. Yeah, even though you're more than free to do so now, with little ramification. Alright, we've made the money. We should be in a good position now to just take the car to Alcarion and hope that he doesn't fuck us. It's only noon, isn't it? What did I just check the clock? 1 PM. He shuts at 4. So if I just get in the car now... Fucking hellfire. If I just get in the car now and bravely take it to Alcarion's and ask for a new windscreen putting in, with a bit of luck he'll do it for us. I was wondering how all these skateboarders in the US, how simple families make it to their first paycheck without ruining their family. Yeah, I know, right? A broken leg is so easy to come by when you're doing that sort of stuff. Alright, I need supplies in the car because it's going to go on its first drive. I'm taking it to Alcarion's to get the windscreen put in. So I spent a decade without health insurance. The shit's expensive when you can get sick. When you get sick as much as I do. Have I only got... What have I got in the back? I've got a spare battery in the back, I think. Got a warning triangle. Let's get some chips in case I need to eat on the road. I've got some in the van, but I don't want to use them. Spent a decade without any health insurance, and that shit's expensive when you get sick as much as I do. You end up learning how to get rid of everything you possibly can on your own. Yeah! I always find that people in the US know a lot more about medications and brands and what they do and this kind of... I'm not talking about Sothan, who I've spoken to a lot about this because he worked in that industry briefly, but just in general, a lot of people know a lot more about home remedies and that kind of thing because you kind of need to, don't you? The realisation of why that is was kind of mind-boggling to me at some point. Do American children get scared with the bill to encourage them to brush? Can you die quietly, please? Alright. I'm nervous about this. This is the first trip it's taken since I got it fixed up. The coolant that I'm running with currently is piss. Literally piss. But look how banged up this is. I'm wearing the helmet, in case you're wondering why, because the fucking windscreen got broken by Alcarion, which is where I'm going now, hopefully to get him to fix it. Sorry about my voice, it'll be alright there. They give you candy on your way out the door. I forgot about that. Then again, we got the same. Alright, let's put the choke on, let's hope it starts nicely. I was afraid of you dying here for a week and the tension killed me. Afraid of what? Dying who, where, what? Cats? Alright, when it warms up, I need it to warm up, don't I? Oh, with the windscreen, I see. I need to get to Alcarion's within the next 2 hours, and I need to drop the car off, pay for a windscreen repair, and then I'm in the Ferndale. But I've got the helmet on for driving the Ferndale. Windscreen broke on my first playthrough, but that was my fault. Misclick fitting dashboard, and it flies upwards. Shit, what, you missed? So the dashboard smashed the windscreen. It's brutal. Do I have the spare? I should have the... Is that... Yeah, there's the spanner set in the back in case I need it. Right, it's actually running kind of... Did I put the clutch... The clutch is all the way out. Why is it running like that? Maybe it's because it's not warmed up yet. You can hear it backfiring. I don't think I need to adjust that, but that is surprisingly high. Did I see the temperature go down? Fuck, have I badly installed something? How did you learn to tune the car? So the one concession I make, Red Eye, for the no help rule, I want to do everything myself in game, but I don't know how to put a car together. So instead of just, I've only allowed myself that guide, and that's got all of the tuning information on it. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. Is it even warming up anymore? Is he warming up too much? Oh, I haven't fucking done the AFR tuning since I put the new carb in, have I? Oh, or have I?
Ah, so you've been lying to us and cheating, huh?
Yeah. All of you people that have... See, there we go. Maybe it's since the new carb went on. Now I'm going to worry whether I've got enough time to... See, that's better. Whether I've got enough time to get to Alcarions. I've got 2 hours. Nah, should be right. No, that's the new carburetor, cat. I pissed in it, so... But I don't think it's overheating. No, the temperature's gone back down to a sort of a natural level. I think we're alright to go.
Oh, I'm Stubla. Don't give me hints, tips, help. I'm playing this completely blind. Except, well, I played this game a few years ago. Technically played it about 30 times since I keep dying and also downloaded this massive fuck off guide from Google. But please don't help me.
Google. Why is the fucking CD player not working? Yeah, the thing is, I wouldn't have been able to play this game if I had to put the card together myself. So, because I really wanted to play the game for a multitude of reasons. Look how the car's running now, by the way. The one concession I gave myself was the guide in-game, because you'd never be able to guess it. And having the guide in-game meant that I don't have to Google any of those kind of parts, and I don't have to be led around by chat by my knob end. Whoa. Okay, it actually drives fast. It means that I can play entirely in-game and make my way through it. The twin carb is so good. In his defense, he downloaded it from Nexus Mods. I didn't raise it, no, it's just a PNG. I just got a PNG off Reddit.
Google.
Cats, thank you for bits. Abstractful, good morning and welcome to the stream. No, NOS, no. You can actually buy it though, Abstractful. You can get it fitted. I don't really know enough about how that process works, I don't think, to fit it. Oh, I love this fucking car now. It is amazing how much the upgraded parts make you go faster. I don't know how to tune it, I'll have to find the same image. Yeah, if you go, just Google My Summer Car Flag Guide. Wow, Reddit, I'm out. Technically, I didn't have to go on Reddit to get it, so you give me credit. It's on Reddit, but Sothan and Cheeky both sent me the image independently, so I just got it from my dearest friends. Alright, watch out for Cousin. I don't want to slam into Cousin. Then again, he's probably still stuck at the bottom of the hill. Abstractful, how are we? So now it's on Reddit, which is where Cheeky and I got it from. Yeah, but I didn't have to go on it. And Cheeky might not have even got it from there. I said this yesterday, but I'm actually looking forward to the rally. Now that I've realised how much the upgraded parts make the car run smoother and go faster and better than the stock ones. This is exciting. Like, driving now is kind of fun. Should be able to save trips since you strategically took out Cousin with the tractor, yeah. It's probably down here just trapped, I hope so, anyway. Yeah, definitely cats. I've got the taller springs, but yeah, that $9,000 suspension upgrade. I also have a feeling that if I'm wearing the helmet and I have the roll cage installed... Oh, game tabbed out. Fuck me! there's cousin. The game just tabbed out all of a sudden then. I've got a warning light on. Oil light. Yeah, my oil meter's reading low, isn't it? I didn't buy any new oil. Alright, let's just get to Alcarion's and then I'll buy some oil. It's like final destination, yeah, I just realised that my gauge on the dashboard, I actually forgot to re-top up the oil, so my warning lights come on. I'm nearly there though, so we should be okay. Can you get tickets because you didn't yield there? It's like you want to get chopped again. I got a $5 grand speeding fine recently. No, $6 grand. So probably. But the only person on the road is my cousin, and I've already driven him off the road, so fine. Yeah, I really can't wait for the rally all of a sudden, especially once I get the controller rewired up. So I'm going to do the rally on the controller because the controls are smooth. It's cool that Reddit exists because otherwise all these people who detest each other and simultaneously are terrified of each other would never meet. Exactly. And how would they all talk about being better than each other if it wasn't for a nice website to collect them all in? Alright, Alcarion should still be open. It is 3 PM. It is. Nice. Alright. We didn't like this car at one point, but now we do. I think I'm into it. Yeah, I wasn't meant to die there. Alcarion.
Terve! Mikä oli pojalla mielessä?
I would like Alcarion.
Ei jumalauta, nyt on sellainen juttu, että...
What do you mean that car of mine? Shut up.
Paasti. Ei niinku
Oh yeah!
kattoon oikein.
I forgot I get a fucking...
Joo, mä taidan tietää mikä tää on.
I get a discount, don't I, for that shit job that I did?
Siihen, jos mä otan niinku hitsaajan lasit päähän, että mä niinku
Yes,
varmaankaan näe
yes,
yhtään
yes,
mitään.
yes. Now give me... How much is a roll cage? 3,300. That's not bad. I want a roll cage so I can drive around without dying. I assume it makes the car safer. I'll have a new
Ota toi
winch.
mun verkku tosta, et pääset kotiin.
Yes. I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
Kaasupolkimen kanssa kauhean tiukkana, kun kyllä se ottaa sitä bensiiniä jo aika kovasti toi kone.
Fuck that guy. I feel like that helmet is making you too confident. Well, I'm gonna have to drive to fucking Ferndale now. Yeah, I'll get oil when I'm at the shop, but I can't buy it now. I'm gonna drive to Ferndale with the helmet. Swap turn. Easy. I have to pretty heavily moderate what subreddits come up for me because that site is so damn toxic. Yeah. It's just too smug for me, the general vibe of it. Alright, little car. Please don't be smashed up when I come back. Just give me a new windscreen. That's all I need. I need to get the fucking thing. Renewed. What's the word? Inspection renewed. Alright, Ferndale. I've driven this once before and died. But this time I'm wearing a helmet. So with a bit of luck, we don't have to worry about that. So now, this is our car until we get a phone call from Alcarion. I need to go buy some oil from the shop. I need to go... Well, Razor will be shut by now. I've missed him again. But... yeah, I think... it's probably just shit-sucking from now on until we get a phone call from Alcarion. Got the helmet on for the midstream break. No. You're actually listening to Finnish radio here. Let's put Doomhaus FM on. I hate this car so much. There you go. How about that? Some of Windblade's music. Right, if you see Cousin going past, that's a problem because he should be dead. But for now, I'm going to go quickly grab a drink. Everybody, I suggest doing the same. And I'll think about what you've done. And think of Chrisman naked. Back into it.
Breaking news, Stubbler's been found, trapped under his Hatsuma again. If only he put as much time and effort into staying alive as he does into his intricate engine assembly.
I'm not dead, for the record. Don't listen to radio now. Right, welcome back to the stream, everybody. That's finished radio. No wonder they suck at Eurovision. They fucking won it, didn't they? In recent memory. Alright, everybody, what is in this can? Go. Now I have to brave the fucking Ferndale. Yeah, they got robbed this year as well, didn't they? Same as always. The last few years, I don't feel like the most Eurovision stuff won, which is annoying. And that is a Vimto, says Scotty. Kitten says Tango Apple. 6-4 says Sprite. Now, give me this. This may sound dumb to drive the Ferndale with the helmet on, but I die often in the Ferndale. And by often, I mean 100% of the time. And by 100% of the time, I mean once. And it's a fucking automatic as well. I can't smoke in the helmet, can I? That does make sense, actually. Okay, that was reverse. Roger. Are we ready, everybody? Let's go to the shop. I need to buy oil for the car, don't I? The shop's probably shut by now, is it? I hate this thing. It's such a bastard to drive. Mind right says a Diet Coke. Look. I'm already climbing the walls. Very finished song. Mazak says Cloudy Lemonade. Southend says Cloudy Lemonade. At least I don't have to worry about cousin, do I? I mean, I'm getting there. Relatively at speed. Are automatics that difficult to drive for people that have only driven my... No, the opposite Southend, but my muscle memory in this game is for pressing the buttons for gears and changing gear and stuff, so all of a sudden I press a button and it's in reverse. It's annoying to try and switch between both methods of just controls for the game. Dougie says Lemonade, 12 says 7-Up. And it isn't like... I think if this car was an automatic, it was a manual, it'd be a lot of fun to drive it. I don't know if you feel the same, Cheeky. It would be a lot more fun to drive because you'd be in a lot more control of the speed and the revs and stuff. But because it's this unbelievably powerful and it's an automatic, it means that it's just a big collision of bullshit that makes it not very fun to drive. Cat says Vimto. What time is it actually? I don't know. Ferndale is a shitbox. 6-4, there you go. It's right. I'm right in saying it though, 6-4, right? It'd be a lot more fun if it was a manual gearbox. God damn it. Tell you what, I need to take this fucking thing to the drag strip. If I can drag strip it, drag race in the van, then I can definitely drag race in this. See what I mean? I just accidentally pressed shift up and it... Fucking hell. I hate it. So I have to be... There we go. It looks legit, Dougie, but on these back roads, it's a pile of shit to drive. It's the gear ratio. Cars like that back in the day were actually quite slow, yeah. A lot of these old muscle cars aren't nearly fast, are they, in comparison to modern cars. Like all of the classics, they look beautiful, but they're not exactly fast. Maybe it's not the car, it's the operator. Well, that's what we're saying, Dougie, right? Everybody that we're talking to in chat that's played this game before says that this car's a piece of shit to drive in comparison to... I mean, if I took it to the drag strip, I bet it'd be a lot of fun, but yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. The answer was, everybody... I'm trying to concentrate on driving, I apologise if I'm slightly distant. Scotty says Vimto, Kip says Tango Apple, 6-4 says Sprite, Mindrate says Diet Coke, Mazak and Southend say Cloudy Lemonade, 12 says 7-Up, Dougie says Lemonade. I mean, I'm kind of happy that Cousin's been run off the road. That makes me happy. Further. I might stay in town and shit suck, because we're kind of just killing time now until Carion's ready. The answer was, and is, everybody. Is that visible on screen? Absolutely chopped it. Love this version of the song. This is Zelda, right? I really want to see you beat Santa at the drag race. Yeah. Did you see, Kelly? We actually... yeah, you did, didn't you, of course? Actually found out when the drag thing happens. It's got half a tank, this. I kind of don't want to put any more in it because I hate this car. Right, the helmet. I've died in it in the past year. Speaking of Santa. My father has a 71 Fury. He's always breaking down. I had one. How does it the Punhouse? This is the Zelda's theme, but it somewhat sounds like America the Brave, or whatever that song's called at the time. America the Bold? What was the song called? Does that one bit at the end, yeah. Star Spangled Banner, is that what it's called? I wouldn't know. Yeah, I've died in it, yeah. Alright. Fuck that car. You Star-Spangled Spanner. That'd be a good name for a stream where I was fixing the car and operating the fucking Ferndale. Should we have the Ferndale? We've not had a Ferndale thumbnail for a while, and Siddles is yet to bitch about thumbnails. So I might come round your house for a drink. My Super Bowl training came out. There she is, look. I still don't know how to get... I wonder if I could antagonise these pricks in the Ferndale. Imagine. Alright, shop's only open for a small time. I don't want to go driving on the main road in it, so I'll die. Can I have 1 engine oil, please? Drag race that idiot. I want him to crash. Hopefully not kill his delightful partner. Right, it's Wednesday. What time is it? Is there anything else I need? I could do with helium ingredients, actually. Yeah, I know. Fuck, I'll buy all of them. 2 yeast. And that should be me, I think. How much is that? 284. Pleasure doing business with you. I won't see you again because I'm going to die in the Ferndale on the way home. Yeah, I'm sure. Bet his girlfriend is the prize to the winner. Christ. There's a pink slip joke there, but I'm not going for it. There are canned food cars, but as far as I can tell, you can't actually buy any of them. I'm still looking for an ingredient to flavour the Keelio. You can't buy any of this. Look, beautiful oranges. Lovely. I was working nights, so I had to watch the VOD back, but I did see it. Also, you're using the fake dual exhaust pipe and the binoculars at 2 AM was funny. I think I laughed a little too hard. Forgot about that. Give credit to Gwynblade for saying 28 hold at the time. Actually, what else was I here for? Is that it? I think that's it. I was going to say I'll have a floor beer, but I don't want a floor beer when I'm actually in the Ferndale. I'm wondering if the girlfriend... See, my thoughts, though, then, is it's either random or I can antagonise these guys into racing me. Because if I try and think of a way to get them to crash, I'd need them to be driving recklessly, right? So, in my mind, the way to do that is to offer them a street race. And that's European teenage car culture in a nutshell, right? So maybe that's how we can get him to fuck off onto the main road and start behaving like idiots. Let off the brake. Gwynblade's on the bus, everybody. If it is random, we're already trying to replicate it. So can I just give it some, like... Or am I not close enough, maybe? Mina, good afternoon. I'm in the Ferndale wearing the helmet because I'm scared of it. What about you? Just ignore my helmet. Signs in the... Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Näytäpä vittu vielä kerran tota saatana sormea, niin vittu saa on viimeinen kerta sitten.
Get out and do it, dickhead.
Mene säkin kotiin.
Tuppa tänne näyttää tota vittu sormea.
So you want that I make dinner out from your finger and shove it down your throat?
Vitu mulla.
Näytäpä vittu vielä kerran tota saatana sormea, niin vittu saa on viimeinen kerta sitten.
Joo, ei jaksa kattoo sun naamaa.
Siis mitä vittua oikeesti, hei?
Painu helvetti.
Is this getting me anywhere?
Saatana sormees vittu, jos sulla on jotain vittu asiaa saatana muu.
Joo, ei jaksa kattoo sun naamaa.
Tuppa tänne näyttää tota vittu sormea.
It doesn't make a great deal of sense, does it, Red Eye? Mina, how are we good?
Mene vittu.
Siis mitä vittua oikeesti, hei?
I don't think this is working.
Tänne näyttää tota saatana sormees vittu, jos sulla on jotain vittu
So maybe
asiaa
not.
saatana
Or,
muu.
if it is possible, I have to do it in the car.
Näytäpä vittu vielä kerran tota saatana sormea, niin vittu saa on viimeinen kerta sitten.
Mene säkin kotiin.
Give him the royal wave.
Tuppa tänne näyttää tota vittu sormea.
Love tap his car. That might work.
Vitu dorka.
Näytäpä vittu vielä kerran tota saatana sormea, niin vittu saa on viimeinen kerta sitten.
The idea that I pull up wearing a fucking helmet to do this, by the way. Thandy is... I'm alright with Thandy, he's fine. It's Santa that's the problem. I like how you love tapping his car with a car that is very much not yours. It's almost like Alkarion deserves it. I think I might have said, yeah.
Kattoo sun naamaas. Mene säkin kotiin.
Okay, this isn't happening, is it? Dude, seriously. What, mind right? Fuck that guy. Forget to set my pasta timer and now I haven't. Let's check these fuckers every minute. I can't work out. I don't know where the gears are. This slop's peeping. Okay. It's alright if you just don't accelerate. That's how the Ferndale seems to work. Press 1 to kill Santa, says. Got it. Razor, even. In the same car you died going 5 miles an hour in. Shut up. I mean, I don't want to kill him, but I want him to die? Does that make me sound any better? At least you didn't say sit. Bus. Okay, I'm fucking asking for it here. Oh! They hit a tree and they're both fine.
Haista vittu.
This is it though, right? I think I just have to antagonise him. Also, I can't do this all night anyway because my fatigue level's ridiculously high. But she didn't say Siddles, I'm fine with being called Scotty. That's the inspection shop, isn't it? Alright, I'm going to nip to Southends. And then I'm going to drive home. I need to drink and fatigue levels high and stuff. Alright, so at least I know now one bit of vital information that... But then he might have been going for this run anyway. You know what I mean? He might have been... This might have been part of his plan already. Oh, fuck, Sothan's out. When Sothan's out, I can't go in his house, can I? I'm going to have to go to Mindright's pipe. Sothan, look at my car. Do you like it? I put tunes on to impress Sothan and it's the news. Alright, I'm not going to get a chance to kill Santa.
Cheeky's won the battle for the 34th time since the Floppy family has moved to the valley. What's Cheeky's secret to winning the round?
I'm nervous now.
It's all in the precise gear shifting.
So with the car away, I suppose all I do tomorrow is... we'll go home and I need to... It's shit-sucking day tomorrow. Mazak gave me an idea before, right? Thandy just drives into a tree. He gave me an idea earlier this week of what if I just parked the shit truck across the rally course. But then, what if I was to do that to Santa? Antagonise him, then just park the shit truck across this road. This still in the trees here? No. Alright, let's try and get home safely in the Ferndale. Like, I could park the shit truck across the street, antagonise Santa so he just comes careening round this corner straight into the side of it, chops himself. And then my love life begins. Alright, fuel laps of here in the Ferndale wouldn't be the worst idea, I don't think. I could maybe take it to the, to that stand here. What was I saying? I could maybe take it to the dirt course track thing off in the southwest and just sort of spin it around a bit and get some practice in driving it at speed. But would the game peg you for his death as it was your truck that killed him? Good question. Probably, right? But then I don't know. I guess, do these items, are they attached to my character? Or are they just assets in the game, if that makes sense? I don't know. But then I think you're thinking more of in the game perspective, right? In the world perspective as opposed to mechanically. But I think both could both be... Yeah, I'm not sure. There's only one way to find out, yeah. The death test. Alright, let's try and get the Ferndale home safely. Out the corner of my eye, I thought you picked up a drumstick. What, when I was... Oh, the pub. How's that for a thumbnail? Disgusting. Wait. Oh, it's the pub's opened. What a beautiful, disgusting, horrible beast that is. Right, what's the best way to go home in the Ferndale? I kind of don't want to take entirely back roads, but the top road might be deadly in this thing. What do you think? Main road? Maybe main road down to Grandma's. Turn off. Or is it better that I just take it slowly on the back roads? I probably should take it slowly on the back roads, I think. Because Cousin's not a factor at the moment, is he? Because he seems to have got himself stuck somehow. I'll tell you what I could do. Go to the... Oh, sorry, I know I keep driving round and I'm kind of stuck in indecisive at the moment because I'm nervous about driving home in the third day. Yes, call me the P word if you must. Let me go have a coffee. Just in case it takes me a while to get home. Wait, is the drunk guy in there? The violent guy? No, he's not. Good. Hello,
Laitetaanko sitä pullon jaloviina ja
couple of coffees, please.
Maistutko mieluummin pitkät rysät?
Looks like one of the pictures in my brother's How to Draw Cool Cars books that he used to bring with him to church every Sunday. That's adorable. The P word. I'm going to laugh if he shows up while you're in there and traps you in. Good point, actually. If he does, I'm knocking him out again. I've already beat him up once, I'll do it again. Do you know, I heard coffee explained recently. I mean, Mina actually went through a really detailed explanation of it in the past. Of what it does. But I heard an analogy for it that I really liked. Tiredness is a debuff when you wake up that is applied to you when you wake up. Is that Santa? And it starts at 1 the first thing in the morning when you wake up, and it ends at 30. And when it gets to 30, you fall asleep. All coffee does, it doesn't give you energy, it just means your brain can't read the number on the debuff. And then once coffee wears off later in the day, you all of a sudden realise that the debuff's at like 15 and you're like, whoa, like that, and you start to feel really tired. That's such a good fucking analogy for nerds, right? Why is the car stalled? It's pretty cool, right, Seth? Why is this? Do I need it in neutral to start?
Not everything is a video game, you fucking loser. Why don't you go and find yourself a girlfriend and get out of your mom's basement, you fucking nerd?
I'm trying to find one in a video game, Siddles. 2 birds with 1 stone, right? Dosh him up, let's go. It's fun. Alright, safe drive home, we can do this. The sunset was fantastic, yeah. This game's... it has the opportunity to be beautiful every now and again. Rarely. I'm just behind the shit-sucking facility cats. I'm driving around because I'm nervous about going home, but I should probably just set off. We've got a lot of shit-sucking to do because I'm waiting for the windshield to get repaired. Should I make another postal order? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm taking the long way back because I daren't go on the main road with the Ferndale, so just... bear with me while I hopefully don't die. Have I got my seatbelt on? No. Yeah, that's a cool analogy, right? It pretty much fits with how coffee is an inhibitor as opposed to a... or caffeine, I should say. Call of Duty beta needs 100 gigabytes of storage, typically. Why you be like this? Just the beta. Is it whoever makes that game that are Activision that are guilty of having uncompressed audio, and that's what does it? But then again, Sea of Thieves is that much now, isn't it? Wasn't Red Dead like 90 odd as well, and that game's 5 years old as well? I guess it's just the way now, right? Is it Ark that unzips to 400 gigabytes or something? Not good old Valheim. Valheim, 900 megabytes. Sea of Thieves has too many skins. There is a bit of that, you know. Else it'd be 30 gigabytes. Yeah, and August bought all of them. All those games are significantly big. Yeah, and they're not betas either. I am terrified of driving this fucking thing. There's a game I have on Steam that runs through DOSBox, which claims to need 100 megabytes storage when it came on a single floppy at the time. I wonder why that is. Is it some functionality that a modern PC needs to make it emulate the situation the original game was based on? That was a lot of gibberish, but hopefully you got what I meant by that. I saw the new Assassin's Creed. I'm currently playing Assassin's Creed 2 in the morning. It's a perfect game. I don't say that, well, I can't say that quite a lot, so I'm prone to being hyperbolic about these things, but Assassin's Creed 2, it has a special place in my heart, that game. And the whole Ezio series, the whole trilogy there. Oh. I don't need these big sweeping RPGs that the new ones have become with all the supernatural bullshit. I know that they've got a wider appeal, but there's something I love about the historical obsession that was in those games. It's good. So Arc 500 gigabytes. Hogs of War. Yeah, the Worms formula never really translated into 3D, did it? Like, the Worms 3D games, they put all of the Worms charm into them. It's not like they were bad games, or it was bad execution. They executed on the idea as best as they possibly could, but it's just not something that translates, I don't think. Hogs of War, obviously being a, if you didn't know everybody, being a, like a 3D Worms kind of game. Oh god, Mazak's here. Mazak, please stay out of the road. I don't want to run you over and then end up with a fucking fine. Or go into prison. There we go. Ferndale now. Okay, good. Apparently a lot of the DVD era games that are made on Steam are just pirated versions since the hackers figured out how to remove safe disk. What, even the Steam versions? Yeah, that was a strange era for gaming, wasn't it? Steady. I hate this car with a passion. But you've got me thinking, Kelly, about it would be a lot easier to go drag racing in an automatic. A lot of the versions on Steam are the cracked versions. Devs uploaded some Deviant or Razor release. How has Razor become synonymous with piracy? Outside of a Sea of Thieves sense. And this is bad, and I am in shock of this. New Assassin's Creed is only 45 quid on PS5. Only. For a single game. Saying that, that is quite good. There's Cousin, look, where he should be. Given that new games nowadays are what? They're pushing 65, 70 quid? I suppose that is quite a substantial discount. Yeah. Krieg, you're welcome to the stream. Can you sleep in a car? You can. You can sleep in... I don't know about this, but you can sleep in the back of your own car, or even just on the seats themselves without them being in the car. I thought I could hear some other music then, that threw me. Yeah, new release is 70 quid. For a DLC they released as a full game, it's about on point. Is that what the new one is, Gwynblade? Was it going to be a DLC for whatever the last game was? Valhalla? weird. Did they just reskin a DLC and call it? Because in Israel, this one. Don't know where it is actually. Used to be a Prime Cedar and ISO hunt. Those are the real pirated days. Gunblade and I had chipped Xboxes, and we used to download. I used to download full Xbox games on dial-up. Those were desperate times. Isn't that where you died last time? No, that's coming up. Baghdad isn't in Israel, so it's in Baghdad. I didn't know where it was, Razor. I knew it was. I knew it was somewhere in the Middle East. The next line, you say. I'm not saying it. You can see where I was going with that. I miss looking at the fancy ASCII art in the NFOs. What was in on the for the downloads? You mean, Cats? The descriptive bits on the torrent websites. You chipped an Xbox in the era in 2009 and never got a game for it. That's my first real foray into online gaming. There. When will that have been? 2001, 2. You already have the whole conversation in your head. Yeah, but jokes between friends in private, a different sort of website with TOS, right? Most of it to run Xbox. Xbox saw Media Center, yeah. Used to use X-Link Kai. Play Halo on the fake System Link. That stuff was cool. I used to like those days. Red Alert and Duke 3D, yeah. I actually think Gwynblade, because Gwynblade is my older brother for those that don't know, I actually think he probably had something running before that, but as far as me personally, getting involved in that stuff, it was definitely... Yeah, those chipped Xboxes. And I managed to find websites and just downloaded everything. All new releases. I was obsessed. FTP and games to the console hard drive. I found your dad. What are you talking about, Shitty Siddles? My intro to online gaming was Guns the Jewel. Banger of a game. Can't believe I just drove home with the helmet on. What a fucking loser. Bang, and I still need to do that fucking inspection. I've got past the corner, Scotty, I've survived it. Charles, welcome to the stream. Look at him looking at me like that. Just because I'm driving a car with the helmet on. Because I'm scared of crashing. Charles, how are we? Yeah, torrents are kind of second or third market in the scene, yeah. Actual scene release needed an NFO file, which is like a descriptive text file with some info, instructions, and kinda was the certificate. Yeah, you're a bit earlier than me on that stuff. So that's what was different. I'm too scared to drive. Remember when you asked about the Spectrum? This helmet on this is fucked up. Not the helmet, sorry. The speaker system in the Ferndale. It's so long, so unnecessarily long of a vehicle that the speakers are so far back that it sounds like there's somebody parked over there playing music. What a fucked up vehicle. Jesus. Thought something looked odd. I'm so used to tinny audio in this game that I forgot what it actually sounds like to listen to something properly. Alright, we've made it home. Beautiful. Good work, team. Hopefully I didn't do anything illegal while we were out. Oh yeah, shopping. Forgot about the shopping. That's just blind fear. That's what that is, Razor. Engine oil for the dearest little car, which I should probably keep in the back, shouldn't I? Keep the chips as well.
Olipa kokemuksesi millainen tahansa, voit Alivieskan UFO-kontaktit ry:n kautta jakaa kokemuksia kaltaistesi kanssa. Ota yhteyttä meihin soittamalla numeroon.
Let's unload the shopping, then I'll need to head to town tomorrow, because now all it is money, upgrade car, money, upgrade car, money, upgrade car. He said deviant earlier. He meant deviance, of course. I didn't actually notice, Kat. I dropped some sugar outside. I've not heard that in a while. High five. Okay, though. I think you'll find that. It is, Chaz, yeah, I've not seen Grandma in game for ages. This is by far the longest run. The car's in the shop at the moment getting the windscreen fixed after Alcarion broke it. Then again, remember, Alcarion broke the windscreen and is currently charging me 2,000 marks to fix it. Right, top sausages are the newest. I don't think I emptied the previous Kilyu batch, so I need to get some goods from Soth then. Now that is a business model, it really is. I don't know whether it's better for me to just get another Kilyu batch going, actually. It probably is. I don't know what's left in this one, let's have a look. I might keep the Ferndale and go drag racing on the Friday, which will be, what, Monday's stream, or less. Fire extinguisher kitten. Yeah, there's a bit too much in there for me to want to waste it. But is there? I'm sorry, everybody. I'm tipping out good Kilyu. Sothan, don't look. A sausage party with wave music from Italo Moderni. What? I'm sorry, Sothan, but do you know why? I've tipped out full Kilyu because I'm going to make you some more. This is a label. What? I should shower, yeah, definitely. He says turns the fucking thing off. I need to shower in real life as well. Oh, I'm ready tonight and I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm going to be in a hurry because I need to have a shower and eat and stuff before raid time. Well, let's not do a cheeky and explode our bladder. Yeah, I think the game at this point just becomes a case of being as efficient as possible with our time in terms of making money. Which is something I probably could have done anyway. Oh, I really don't want to die. I don't want to lose this run. It's one way to flavour the Kilyu, yeah? The runoff from my dirty back. Which was Justin Timberlake song. Chaz, you've made me think how long this run's been alive now, and now I'm terrified. I'm already at the point of driving wearing the helmet. That little drive I did in the car earlier, though, got me so excited. Imagine getting the car to the point where I can rally it. So the second I put that new carb in and the new radiator and felt how well the car runs, I went from being nervous about the rally to extremely excited. Okay, that's 6. Stack these up in a nice neat pile. By nice neat pile, I mean not as neat as usual, but it'll do. So that should be all the Kilyu. Did I put the yeast in? I did, didn't I? Yeah. There was 2 yeast on the table. So Kilyu bucket there. I can barely see. Pretty good. Smash it. So, you... Here. I'll shut the door just in case Sothan gets in with a fucking axe. Let's sleep. I did kitten you. I forgot I wasn't.
Stubbler's been found trapped under his Satsuma again. If only he put as much time and effort into staying alive as he does into his intricate engine assembly.
What a fucking thing to wake up to. I can't hear that without thinking of Nigel Thornberry.
Kill you at night, Sotan's delight. Kill you in the morning, Sotan's warning.
Gwynblade, 10 out of 10. Given the whole context, yeah. For that guy. Alright, it's a beautiful morning. Martin, welcome back. Look at it. Look at it. What a fucking death trap. Maybe that should be the thumbnail for today. That's a better thumbnail than the one we had earlier. Awful. Good job thumbnails aren't moving because of that lighting effect. Right, let's go make ourselves some fucking money. Can I respray the Ferndale? Cats, I've never loved you more. Good idea. I mean, a phone call from Alcarion would be pretty nice. Could I have sprayed the tractor in the van this whole time?
Vittujen vittu! Jumalauta!
Cats, I've never disliked you more. Dang it. Wait. I tipped the logs. I've got the logs back. Dead game. Dead game, broken game, dead game. Got bugs. Nope. Never mind. Delete it. Rubbish. No, it's not possible to play it. 0 stars. Everybody get review bombing. Gwynblade, write up the death threats. For the record, that was a joke. It's just a nitpick. It's the first bug of that nature I've seen. Yeah, it's actually... Do you know what? It's been a pretty bug-free game for me. I know a lot of people say it's full of bugs and it's chaos and stuff. I've had the Sothan thing, which I think... The axe thing, which I think was a bug. But even then, we're not sure. And we had the fender fall through the floor that one time. How do you unsend an email? An email? Alright, Grandad. It'll take ages for that to get there. You can intercept it if you set off now. Delete it, throw away the PC, move to a different place, new net provider, and then reinstall the game on the SNES. My summer car. You'd have to set it in an earlier time though, like 1995. Reminds me of a D&D podcast I listen to. They like to introduce a lot of items the listeners have made up. One of them was called the Nitpicker, which was a lock-picking dwarf that could summon. That you could summon that would pick a lock while nitpicking all of the little details across your adventure. Ah. Genius ideas wrapped in puns. That's what we all get out of bed for in the morning, right? I like how falling through the floor problem is fixed. Well, I don't actually know if it is yet, Cats. I've not confirmed it, but I feel like it probably, that is the 0 point for if items fall through the floor. Again, I've only seen it once, so I'm only assuming, but yeah. That's pretty cool, especially because it's the dump. I've just sent another saying it was just ruffled. Just mega lols. I was going to do a postal order. Oh, fuck it. We also had an item sent by a little kid called Flaming, Poisoning, Raging Sword of Doom. That's what the kids in South Park beat the game with. Beat WoW with. I need the Flaming, Poison, Raging Sword of Doom of the Hikari. But it won't drop. Speaking of which, I'm supposed to check on something in my guild Discord. Would you all be offended if I went and checked on something in the guild Discord? I forgot about that. I'm supposed to do that before the stream. Tell them I said hi. No. You would be offended. Good. Okay. Double incentive. Let me just pull up at the side of the road up here. I don't want everyone. I don't want them all to know that I've been associated with you people.
With our new instant engine kit, your Satsuma can be road ready in seconds. Not responsible for any spontaneous combustion. Instant engine for when you value time over safety.
Bear with me. We was all asked to write our weapons down. Alright, I'm done. I'm coming back. I'm coming back, everybody. I told him what Sothan's really like, don't worry. Yeah, I don't know why. We've been asked to do a weapons check, so... I think they all just want to laugh at the fact that I still don't have fucking offhand from ZG after 16 Zul'Grubs. We didn't do one this week because it was all about Silithus pre-AQ stuff. I'm never getting that fucking sword. I'll be still using Myra's song from Scholarmance until Nax. Alright, I'm back. You've got my full undivided attention. What would you like to talk about? What do you want to hear about? I've been thinking about The Witcher lately. Valkyrion started playing the third game. I kind of maybe want to move on to the second. But I know the second quite well, like... The third game is... a fully polished video game. It's just a AAA video game of high quality. The first game is the jankiest, weirdest, most European, wonky thing ever. Everything in it doesn't work, it's rubbish. But, all put together, it's amazing, and it was one of the most fun I've ever had on Twitch, streaming that game. The problem with the second is it's neither of the two. The second game is more polished and more AAA than the third game, but not AAA enough because it's still got a load of the hangover from the first one, so it's kind of stuck in the middle. I'm going to read it as well. I'm thinking of maybe reading it, yeah. Matt Lucas had eaten a truffle cheese during Roman reigns, had told the person who had commanded the truffle cheese behind to looking at it. Yes! True, actually. Oh, what game? Witcher. The Witcher series. Witcher 1, 2 and 3. Stop saying the game. Sorry, the start of the sentence was me talking about The Witcher. I'm assuming this is a bot now, I don't know why. Those are deaf words, like Def Jam, Def Leppard. Def Jam is great on toast. Let's not have this stream, like yesterday, descend into messages that Stubbler doesn't understand for 30 minutes. I honestly had a portion yesterday where I felt like I was just unwell because I couldn't read what was going on in chat. Which one, 2 or 3? I think it's your accent. Yes, which, that's what I'm talking about. Absolutely a guy. We were promised Skynet. I can quote from you earlier, it's impossible to get info out on the internet because people are absolutely brain AFK half the time. True! I suppose if you join into a sentence halfway through, you're likely to miss the part of the sentence at the start where I said, I'm thinking of The Witcher a lot lately. That is true, though. Honestly, if I had an important announcement to give, like yesterday with the marbles time, I could say it over and over and over and over and over again to you people, and only half of you would hear it. But if I make a mistake, all of a sudden, if there's fucking 20 people in the chat, 20 lulls appear. Because you're all paying attention when something goes wrong somehow. Stupid internet. I need a new community. Chris, man, you want a load of dickheads? I'm selling off Doomhaus to the highest bidder. Well, you think that's real, kid? When is the radio moderator and station simulator? I played them all yesterday. Oh, you was talking to Surfer. Wait a minute, what? Alright, I've made a mistake. He was chatting shit with Surfer, coach. Sothan's never chatted shit in his life, though. Everything he says is incredibly sincere. Yeah, let's switch in the Shadow Doomhaus and we'll all go to YouTube and live in the comments. Shadow Doomhaus, it's your turn. Do us proud. Alright, finally made it to the shop. Beautiful. There's nothing I need while I'm here, right? It's just a case of going to... I suppose I should drive to Razors, because that's what the goal of this portion of the stream is, right? Money, 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 money. Your mistake was dropping your gear card. Just as funny the second time. You say funny? Oh, you can restretch. I just pictured Mazak giving himself a high five, even though I have zero idea what he looks like. You've seen Mr. Bean, right, kid? Yep, there you go. Right, speaking of good-looking people, it's time to see Razor for the first time in a while, because we need to unload the shit truck. Deep breaths, everybody, for the sexiest character in my summer car, at least since Grandma died. Hello, Reza.
Ja se teki sitten niin paljon kuin... Jos paska olisi niinku kultainen, minä olisin rikas mies. Vaan eihän se oo.
Are you open then?
Tapaus. Joka saatanan päivä pelkkää paskaa.
Alright, well, can you open up? Can you open up for... Can you open up for me, because I've got...
Siitä paska pahemmaksi muutu. Eihän siitä paska pahemmaksi muutu.
He's charging me to dispose of it, Dougie. So if I make, I don't know, 15 grand or whatever, I have to pay 3 to dispose of it. You're still going. You don't stop. You end up making money, but of course, I could just tip it in the lake, but I'd get an environmental fine. What am I doing? Razor flaps his gums more than anybody I've ever known in this game. I don't know why he's already ready to charge me for it, though, because this is full, isn't it? Hang on a minute. Have I not paid in the past? No, it's still full, so why is he... What's he threatening to pay me for? What are you talking about, Sothan, sorry? Somebody said something. I'm nervous to read any messages now. Did I not pay him in the past?
Joo. Joo. Joo ja joo. Ja se teki sitten...
Oh, flaps his gums more than anyone. Yeah, I suppose Grandma, that's right.
Eihän siitä paskaa pahemmaksi.
We broke the emote, so we can't use it for its original purpose now.
Ja kiitos käynnistä. Joo, siitä vaan. Peruuttelet sitten auton tonne hallin puolelle ja antaa palaa paskaa vaan.
Wait. I can empty, but not pay him just yet. I just need to know that I owe Razor. So I must have tipped and not paid in the past. That's interesting. Razor, I'm going to have to owe you. Jesus fuck. Working with 20-year-olds makes me not want to have kids. Even at 20, they can't fucking listen. I mean, every generation has a shorter attention span than the last, right? But if you think about it, Sothan, I've not been arrested in the past for not paying. That's outstanding for months. Probably a few weeks in game, and I've not been caught. Or he's not complained. So maybe I can drop this off and just not pay him? Do the same? Do you pay before you went? Oh, maybe, Kelly, yeah. I mean, either way, that's fine, right? Either I can afford to not pay him. It's literally gone to shit. Yeah, I suppose you might be right, Kelly, because I thought I paid him for the last lot and then he reopened up to accept whatever's next. You're probably right. So let's tip this. Okay, we're alright. And then I can go out and shit stuff for the rest of the stream. That's a good question, 6-4. I suppose I haven't. Therefore, Kelly's right. So I pay for the right to dump, but he said he was counting up how much all this would cost. Wasn't he? I suppose we'll find out now. Oop, don't do that. Spent the night on the town. I'm not complaining that kids are dumb or stupid compared to yesterday. I'm saying I have no patience and will let a kid cut their hand off because they don't want to listen to me. That bandsaw will cut your hand. They don't want to listen to you saying it. But that's what I mean. You was talking about them not listening. I'm saying that every generation we get worse and worse at listening, right? Okay, here we go. Does anybody else know the game 171? I wouldn't write it on name, then 117. What's that, Craigie? Maybe Kelly, yeah. I don't understand how he knows. I don't believe that, because even Aristotle said if it's true, how are we advancing even today? It's the advent of short-form, rapid 30-second content that we can endlessly scroll without any... So that's... Oh, is that open or closed? Without it ever ending. You're missing getting all of it in the drain, and I'm wondering if you're going to get fined for hitting the side. Imagine. 5 times 5 shit grate that you spill over the corner. You suck at shit sucking. Why is everybody judging me? It's fine. Yeah, no, Kelly, you're right. You know what? That's fine. Good. Okay, that's fine then. That's fine. So we're back to having just emptied the shit truck. Let's get at least the ones in town done. You're presenting yourself to the internet. You have to expect judgment. That's true. I'm presenting the interior of I'm presenting 10,000 litres of shit on the internet. 30-second content is a bit annoying. The twat was playing 5 seconds of TikTok videos full volume on a packed tube yesterday. You can piss off. Yeah, I actually think since... I think in the last 50 to 60 years, the ways that we entertain ourselves are changing our attention span, especially in the last 5. I don't think that's too controversial a thing to say. You come in and weigh your truck, then you charge by weight. Maybe. I think, like Kelly says, when I come in, it must be like, oh, I'm going to go check what this is, and then fine you for it. We have ladies in the office that do that, just on full speed. Oh, sorry, full blast. So also Gen Z sucks in general. I think we all think the generation below us sucks, right? I think that's his old. That is maybe something that's gone since Aristotle's. That's something that's continued since Aristotle's time. But yeah, that is definitely a new development. All just scrolling news and scrolling that sort of stuff. Everybody's like it. I don't think it's a generational thing. I think at least a lot of us have the holdover from a previous time to sort of temper it a bit. But yeah, we have ladies in the office. Sorry, the Doomhaus is not 10,000 litres of shit. You're much less shit than that. Is that a compliment? Or is it a tempered insult, which I take as compliments because you take what you can get, right? Alright, let's make some fucking money, shall we? Seeing as Razor charged us all that much. Tacitus wrote a discussion called A Dialogue on Orators, and about a third of it was complaining about how everything new sucked and everything old was better, and how the new generation isn't as good as the old generation. Some things are timeless, sort of. But, for that very reason, a rapid change in technology like the one we have now can only be at odds with the same thing we've been feeling for thousands of years, right? Alright, mate. Calm your passions. Just goes to show that even, 2,000 years ago, we were the same beast that we are now. But technology is definitely a major difference and a contributing factor. It's a rapid change. Am I talking shit? I feel like I'm talking shit. Ignore me. I'm sucking shit. Alright. Today's been a successful stream, but for some reason it doesn't feel like it has. I'm really confused. Can anybody help me understand any of this? What time is it? I've got 20 minutes before the end. I'm going to get these 2 shit-sucking jobs done. Not even a little bit. It gives them... This means death, right? Festival in Valencia, movies, grindhouse and sad. What are you talking about, Creaky? What time is it in game? Time right now, sponsored by Torox, is 2:45. It's kind of weird that today's parents are not total arseholes about it, since they were the last to make it to adulthood without having a TV in their pocket. Maybe it takes today's kids to grow up and then reflect on that, and maybe be stricter about it than millennial parents are. There's probably truth in that, Cats, yeah. I think the problem that I suppose our generation has is that we were into adulthood just before the internet became something that people were connected to 24 hours a day instead of just something that they connected to purposefully on an evening, right? So as a result, we have almost too much perspective to be able to You need to kind of like either have never experienced the analog way to kind of understand how to grow up around it, right? Whereas the comparison, I don't think does us any favours. Why are the kids not out playing with the basketball? I don't know. Are they not there? Oh, they are. They're there. Look. Oh, one of them is. He's just doing stunts on the fucking penalty spot, on the centre circle. Yeah, we don't know what a childhood looks like with that. Do you know what I mean, Kat? Like, well, I am agreeing with you for the record, but we don't know what it means, what it feels like to grow up like that, do we? So it's hard for us to parent with experience. Whereas it might be better for a generation, in a generation's time. I'm talking shit, aren't I? I'm flapping. The festival is a festival of sad grindhouse moves. Gotcha. Are you from Spain, Creaky? We're going to chip away at this. Alright, one more shit-sucking job. I should turn the radio on, shouldn't I? Oh, you're Swiss. Gotcha. They show typical signs of addiction.
Didn't even suffer. Not this again.
Is that how loud the game is today? Fucking hell, I couldn't hear your... I couldn't hear the text-to-speech then, Timmy. Is the game that loud, everybody? I know the shit truck is louder than a lot of things, but the fact I could barely hear that text-to-speech made me worry. Is it just the truck? Okay. Timmy, welcome to the stream, though. Thank you for the prime. Not this again. He's back. You didn't end up with an ad, did you? Like Tagslack did earlier, Timmy. I hope not. Timmy, good morning. I appreciate the sub as always. Come on, poo pipe. I mean, they're showing typical signs of addiction in terms of electronics usage, cats. So I think I am, and I don't even engage a great deal, but I think the fact that I kind of justify the amount of the time I spend sat at this computer, not the stuff from 8 AM to 5 PM, but you can understand that, but the sort of the fact I just spend, I'm like, oh, this is where all my entertainment is. This is where all my socialising is. This is where all my XYZ. But I could replace this with pub and say exactly the same things, and people would rightly say that I have an issue. Oh, the kids show typical signs of addiction. I mean, going through this whole spiel and opening up on a fucking miscommunication. Excuse me? Oh, I half did it and saved, didn't I, previously? I think I actually need to do this. I'm trying to skip out on the bill. I didn't even realise he wasn't sat there. Well, let's just cut down on some of the noise for a second. I think I actually have to finish this job. Was he there when I pulled up? I appreciate the prime though, Timmy. Thank you for the sub. Sub ends October 8th. I don't know what that was. I think some people get like a sub anniversary reminder or something, and most people get 2 alerts a month. Come on, get out. So you might have just fallen prey to that, Timmy. I hate this. If I was to pull the truck forward so I've got more room,
helvetti, hyi vittu, että haisee vaan, voi saatana.
Oh, you... It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. A few kids are tutoring... you're tutoring the what, Seth? I'm sorry. I can explain... Whoa, I'm not going to read that just in case you... Yeah. I appreciate it though, Red. If it was an offer, I appreciate it, but I'm just going to be careful. Please don't have snapped. That's fine. Yeah, I worry sometimes reading things, even if they're not help or whatever, because I worry that something's going to confirm that there is a solution. Because a lot of times people are like, I know the answer to something that I was assuming was a bug, which is, yeah. Or seeming to be addicted to electronics. I say that, but I spend too much time on the PC. Yeah, it's easy to justify it in yourself, isn't it? But it's harder to justify it... Sorry, it's hard to justify it with yourself, but when you see it in others, you can see it extremely clearly. What's this? Does that make sense? Like, from a third-person perspective, you can see it. You can see the signs of overuse or whatever very clearly, but when you're trying to justify it in yourself, it becomes harder because you've got your calluses built up to explain it all away, right? Good question, Kit. I've never actually tried. I can't imagine so. Like, is there any of us here... No, I can't get by this look of things. Is there any of us here that can say that they don't spend a little bit too much time on electronics? So I get my, like, screen report time run thing through and it's like 3 hours a day or something stupid. I mean, most of it's the Notes app, but still. And that's not even counting PC. The PC's pretty much all of the day. And I am in no part better for it. I spend all day staring at my screens. Yeah, I think maybe work-related stuff you can excuse a bit easier. If you work in that field, then that's one thing. I think recreation... I've gone the wrong way, let me just nip round. I think the only time I'm not looking at a screen of some sort is when I'm cooking, showering or sleeping, so I definitely spend way too much time. But the issue is, when everybody else is doing it, your social options become a little bit limited, don't they? Because the friend group that I have, I mean, a lot of them are married and kids and all that, so that changes things significantly. But a lot of them are low motivation because they all just sit around on their screens as well. Yeah, screen time, as I said. Like, all of us. And then that means that you find a lot more time. Or you find it a lot more you find it a lot easier to socialise with people who also do a load of screen time, which means you end up in a lot of online communities, right? And as much as we benefit from this, it's a strange turn from 10 years ago. Using screens is bad. You should read books because that's somehow different and acceptable because it's not new tech. That's my point exactly, 12. You've perfectly summarised my position. No, it's socialising, I mean. Or doing more physical activity. Even then, though, Scotty, I'll read on a Kindle. I make an effort to read a book in bed, otherwise it's staring at my phone before going to sleep. Yeah. Yeah, just a bit more hobby. I think I used to call video games a hobby, but now I'm not so sure whether I believe that. I don't think streaming's a hobby. Streaming maybe, because there's a certain creativity around streaming. But even then, I don't think that's a hobby either. Yeah, it might be a lifestyle. I don't know. Sports are good for you, that's why I curl, no joke. Yeah, exactly. Blame my poor eyesight on sleeping issues from playing video games too much as a kid. Now I get up, stretch my legs, do all the shit that isn't gaming, but as a kid I did nothing but, yeah. Yeah, you're pretty much glued to it, aren't we now? One thing I like about my office, from my desk, I can see the Wembley Arch, so it's a nice thing to focus in the distance. Nice thing to look at in the distance and refocus my eyes. But there's something extremely dystopian about that, Scott, you know? Does that make sense? Like, we've managed to all get ourselves into a position where something in the distance to look at means that we... You know what I mean? It's true, though, and it is a very useful thing to do, but it's a weird position to get ourselves in. Streaming is your full-time job? Oh, absolutely, yeah. In the early 19th century, they talked about novels like they talk about video games. They did, Easy Green, they did, that's true. But I don't think... it's more screen time than I think the medium itself, because that people weren't staring at books, or 90% of the population weren't staring at books for 90% of their days. Whereas everybody across all walks of life are doing that with screens now, right? Each green, good morning. What the fuck is a hobby if not reading or watching TV? Yeah, that's the thing. Is reading, watching TV and playing video games a hobby, or is that just something to do at home? I always think of a hobby as a skill, or like learning something, or a physical activity, or something like that. I don't know if things to pass the time and hobbies are the same thing. It's a semantic argument. We're never going to get anywhere. We're never going to get to a conclusion, but it doesn't seem to fit right with me. They do take skill. They do, yeah. Imagine Stubbler's job as being an IRL garden gnome. Yes. I have every time the PC on when I sleep too. I look at the TV. Personal feelings with real people I miss. See, that's the point, right, Creevy? You're right. Video games take skill, so yes, that's a hobby, just like playing or painting guitar, but watching TV shows is effortless. Yeah. I mean, I suppose video game... well, there are certain aspects of video gaming that do require skill, definitely. But I don't know... Yeah, it's a strange one. Hello, I'd just like to top up my van, and that's all. I should be at home, really, shouldn't I, to get a phone call, but I can't really drive home in 5 minutes. I'm kind of stuck here now, not knowing what to do. Nice to see you, Bimir. Got 5 minutes left. I'm going to nip to Southampton for a drink, and then we'll have a smoke at his house, and then that'll do. I don't want the stream to be over already. Half the people I work at can't read, and they're all engineers, so reading is a skill. It is, but I don't know. I think... I don't know. For me, I think playing video games has become a pastime instead of a hobby. And I know that's enormously semantic. But I don't get the feeling I get playing video games that one would from a creative or technical pursuit. Does that make sense? What if I watch Countdown? Oh fuck, I've gone past Mindright's house. I will have a drink at Southampton. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's an enjoyable pastime. There's probably a distinction there, I'm just struggling to find it. Can I not actually get into Southampton? Are we actually going to end the stream today with the disappointment? I feel differently though, I need to be engaged in a game in order to enjoy it. Well, me too. But yeah, I don't know. Semantic thing. You could easily extend that to say board games aren't a hobby, it's just playing a game. Yeah. Yeah, I think I could. I think there's like a middle ground between just binging TV and between hobbies, like, I don't know, tennis or playing the guitar or something like that. And I think video games sort of sits in between the two. Travelling isn't a hobby by this argument. Yeah, I know. I realise that it's easy to pick apart my point, but whatever I'm saying is irrelevant to the fact that I started this by saying I don't feel like these things count as. Does that make sense? And nothing's going to make them feel like that. I'm just struggling to vocalise it, that's all. You could, sorry, if you're a connoisseur of board games or make your own, is that a hobby? Southern's theme tune. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight you. I want to help you hone your point. Yeah, I suppose. Sorry, yeah, I wasn't assuming you were dismissing the point. I'm kind of stuck now. I've got a bit of time to kill. We're logically picking apart your personal opinion. Shit on there. I didn't even go for a drink. Hang on, let me fix that. The stream ends in 2 minutes, by the way, everybody. That's why I'm kind of driving around, not doing a great deal. I haven't got time to drive home, so I'm hanging around in town until it's time. This is stunts for me, because you hear next episode right after it. Oh yeah! You mean the voice clip? I think I know exactly what I was doing in San Andreas, Chrisman, when you clipped that. Does it, like, just come in? If you've got time to kill, you can do my work for me. Stop being lazy and distract me, you big bitch. My hobbies are drawing, horse riding and reading, and I like to brush my Barbie's hair. Fucking Miss Germany over here. Alright, that'll do. Let's go put the van back over at the shop, and we'll save at the shop, and then that'll do us for today. Billion clips I could have chosen, but it had to be GTA. If I recall, Chrisman, I was jumping over a ramp. There's a ramp in Grove, where you pull out of Grove Street, you get to the end near Big Smokes, you turn left, then right, then left again, and there's a person's driveway with a slope on it, and if you jump over it, you end up on the next street over. I was jumping over that, and I said, stunts, like that at the time, which I can't say now, because when I say it, I do the impression of you guys doing an impression of me. So now it's just become something that is said in Chrisman's stream instead of something I once said. Alright, that's going to do it for today, everybody. Thank you for joining me. It's time we did marbles and got out of here because I've got a raid to prepare for. That stunts is the only reason I'm here. Yeah, and that voice clip that Chrisman has of me going stunts like that from 2017 or whatever it was is a voice clip that Kitten played in Chrisman's stream, and then that closed an enormous big loop that meant Kitten found this place, despite the fact there was 8 threads attached anyway. Right, thank you all for being here. I appreciate everybody joining me for 3 hours of My Summer Car. That was a successful stream, I think. We made tons of money. We got a new exhaust for the car. We've got the windshield being fitted. We've got the Ferndale home. We've got the fog lights for the car. What else did we do? Yeah, bunch of stuff. We got the shit truck all sorted and squared away, and that is it, unfortunately, until Monday. Because there's a My Summer Car stream every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And as it is Thursday, that is the last one of the week. Streaming again tomorrow, but it's our break from My Summer Car with a spot of Polybridge 3. I just forgot about that. Remembered about that level from last week, where I nearly got 1% and spent an entire hour failing to do so, and then went to bed sad. Did you get auto-modded when you first typed that sentence, Kriegy? You showed me that clip after me using it for ages and then raided you. And I was like, oh yeah, fuck that guy. Oh, there's a new mod loader. Get me a new mod loader, please. Good. Just for the record, the only mods I have is the optimization plugin to make it run at 60. I'm not one of them nerds. Thank you all. Welcome to the new followers. I'll see you all on Monday for more My Summer Car, and tomorrow for some Polybridge 3. But for now, marbles, and let's all go to bed. But if you're in the Doomhaus Discord, stick around. Who won yesterday? Did Mina win yesterday? Was it yesterday that Mina won? Who won yesterday? I think Mina won yesterday. Did Mina won? No, Shake won yesterday. Shake won yesterday. Mina won the day before, which means the Oranges might be on for 3 points back to back to back. Imagine. So if you'd like to compete for it, if you'd like to make that happen, then Greens, it's time for you all to go away. Goodbye. But oranges, stick around, because we need to start making up for some lost ground, because the Greens dominated the last in September. That's right, I won, says Shake. It's funny when he's joined for golf, and a minute we think someone else is doing him. And for a minute we think it's somebody else doing an impression of you. Didn't Modloader play at the Tory Party Conference after party? Oh god, who was that? Top Loader, maybe. I don't know the reference, but I can guess. Alright, boys and girls of the Doomhaus Discord, you will know that Marbles happens at the end of every stream to determine who wears the golden name in Discord. There are 2 teams that are randomly assigned when you join. You either get a green name or an orange name, and as you can see from the top left of the fucking screen, the orange team is dominating. You could say, but Stubble, you're on the orange team. Isn't this a little bit rigged? And I would say to that, yes. But if you'd like to join in for today's marbles, you must simply type the password, be in the Doomhaus Discord, and if both are met, I will give you a marble. And if your marble wins, you are golden. Yeah, Greens, the stream ends here, it's true. Mina and Lundios are too close. I call dibs on today's point. Yeah, Mina is in 2nd place now, right? Again, tying with Lundios, 1 point behind Tag Slack. Boys and girls of the Doomhaus Discord, if you'd like to join in for today's marbles, the password is... shit. We say the word rigged more than Donald Trump. I rigged it in the green. It's rigged in the Greens' favour, and everybody knows it. Lundios, welcome to the stream. Alright, 3rd orange point on the bounce. You ready? We've got Chris Man, my love. Chris Mana from heaven for the oranges. For the oranges. Sothan for the greens. Tag Slide for the oranges. Easy green for the greens. 6-4 for the greens. Cats for the greens. Scotty for the greens. Martin for the greens. Satan for the oranges. Dougie for the greens. I'll carry on, good morning for the oranges. Mina for the oranges. Lundios, good afternoon for the greens. 12 for the oranges. Shake for the oranges. Shitty Siddles for the oranges. Azzy, welcome to the stream, good afternoon for the oranges. Monrad for the oranges. Kriegy, are you in the Discord? This is a Discord competition. Mazak for the greens. And is that everybody? Did I get everybody? I don't feel like I did. We've got Chrisman, Kitten, Sothan, Tagsack, Easy Green, 6-4, Cat, Scotty, Mine, Satan, Dougie, Alkarion, Mina, Lundios, 12 Shake, Siddles, Azzy, Mindright, and Mazak. 11 oranges and 9 greens. First person typically be 26% go. Trump made a post today bitching about the judge for one of his trials. He also complained he doesn't even get a jury. Technically, at his request, I imagine the judge is not going to be terribly happy with him, especially given he's just got hit with a gag order. Just infuriate the judge, that way. Shake says 7. The level is convergence. 20 marbles into the race. Normal level day. Is it 20 or 21? 20. Yeah, I got you, Mazak. Person of the century today to the winner. 3, 2. Alright. Oranges, 3 points. Do it. 2-1-4 to 5-1-4. Eric's the record holder on the level convergence. Let me go on. 3, 2, 1. Best of luck, everybody. Fucking hell, I need to stretch. I think I need to farm sleep for a little bit, even though it's best of period. If you see me online at beyond 11 PM on an evening, tell me to fuck off. Can you get a program for your PC where it just goes off at 11 PM? Like you can set a timer and it just turns off. Surely that's a thing. A software thing, not just a hardware thing. Thank you, Siddles. Holy shit, look at the green. Tagslack said he wants a point. Tagslack said he wants a point to stretch out away from Lundios and Mina. This is a hell of a lead from Tagslack early. Easy Green in 2nd place for the Greens. 3rd place is Cats. 4th is 6-4 for the Greens, looking for his first ever point. Tagslack's dropped out early. Easy Green somehow got the overtake though. Tagslack has fallen behind. Don't know what Shake's doing there. I just saw Shake slam into the level. Mind Right's hit. No, he's not. 6-4 for the Greens, looking for his first ever point. Lundios in second place for the Greens. Easy Green in, second. This is very green. This is extremely green. The top 7 are all green right now. You can do it in Windows. I might do that. So I get a warning at like 10:55 that says the PC's about to go off. Is that all it takes, cats? Alright, I'm going to do it. 6-4 is going wide. This is so green. Siddles is our only hope for the oranges right now. Lundios is in third. Is he actually? He is. He's among the pack. Lundios could tie Tag Slack, but is 6-4 going to win his first point in Doomhaus history for the Greens? This is not looking good for the oranges. Lundios steaming ahead. Scott is trying it as well, but none of them can get as far as 6-4 just yet. Tag Slack has fallen off the level. It's not going to be Tag Slack. Satan fallen off the level. The oranges are trying everything to get this overtake, but it doesn't look good. Cats is doing well on the level that he's already won. He won the mug on this level, don't forget. This is bad. None of the oranges have managed to gain much ground. Mina's coming at speed, though. Mina's going to overtake Lundios. But his Easy Green... I don't usually do this, but the Greens have won yet another fucking point. I actually went into a Discord call to play that. Easy Green is your person of the century of the day. That's another one. Easy Green, you've been winning this shit a lot recently. Right. Golden name for Easy Green. The Greens win yet another point. So I'm going to have to take the crown off Shake's head. My voice is just about fallen. Easy Green, well played. Let me have a look at how many points he's scored. How many is that? Easy Green is now on 6 points. I think Easy Green might end up in FIFA here. Dominant performance. Good work. Alright, I'm getting out of here. Eggies, get yourself some honey tea, Stubbler. I need something. I need to just shut up for the night, but luckily I don't speak in raids, so I can just sit, play WoW all night and not say a single word in that shit. But for now, I'm getting out of here. Consider how dry I was earlier this year, I'm all for it. 6 points out of nowhere, some good form. Right, your person of the century today is Easy Green for the Greens. Good work, Greens. That is, let me add this on, your 155th point. Fuck them guys. If you'd like to compete in marbles, there'll be another one tomorrow at the end of the Polybridge 3 stream. There will also be a bonus stream races at the end, so if you want to watch Kitten win the oranges a point, you know where to be. And golf as well after. Scores are in the pins if you'd like to keep up on who has what. Thank you all for being here today. That was a good stream. It didn't look like the first hour was very productive, but it actually was. Like, I've got food sorted, we've got money coming in, we've bought a whole new bunch of shit. The car should be registered early on Monday, which means that we've got an entire week of getting the car ready, and I think we might be rally ready shortly. If I could get that roll cage. Right. It is Southampton, I've already paid for it. I dropped it off with Alcarion, that's why we had the firm day. Right, but I'm getting out of here. Thank you all for the support today. I love you all. I appreciate everybody subbing lately. You guys have been crazy. Thank you all for being here and talking shit with me every afternoon, even though my voice sounds like a bumhole. You're all very nice. Thank you all. I will see you all tomorrow. The best of's going to be slightly delayed this month, because I've been pretty busy on weeknights and stuff, but the best of is on its way. I promise. 2 minutes behind today's stream. Shit sucked. That could be a good final word. I might go for it. Right, 7 Days to Die on Sunday. If you want to join us, it's in the sign-up section in Discord. Don't forget Slops' Game Jam. He's live right now, as is the Killer Bits. I strongly recommend the pair of them. Go watch Slops make that game, actually. It's top. I am Slops in Twitch. Well, that is going to do it for me. I love you all. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for being here and talking shit with me this afternoon. But I'm getting out of here. Can somebody think of the final word as I say? Satan, Sotan, Chrisman, Easy Green, Mina, Mazak, Tagslack, Siddles, Shake, and everybody else. I will see you all tomorrow. I love you all. I promise not to waste an hour trying to get $2 off one love. But for now, sleep well. And the final word is shit sucked. Just because you're gold, you're not getting credit for that Easy Green. Chris Man said it. He's lovely.
You stinky little bitch.